Fartin the Warrior. What do you think about that?
Fartin the Warrior.
Fartin the Warrior. You like that?
I'm not a big fan of it. Though I do imagine, without looking, that we are live and you were trying to get me, catch me off guard.
We definitely are.
We are on.
Oh, we are. A little bit.
Hello.
So, nice try, motherfucker. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
I'll come back better next time.
Yeah, you do.
I would like to know more about Fartin. Like, what kind of warrior are they? And
He's from Farta, obviously.
what species are you going to play with this new character?
I guess a bird, as we were discussing before.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta give me some conviction because my passive insight is typically really low because wisdom is my dump stat, but I got you, fam. Locked in.
So
anyway,
we are live.
Yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Eulalia 5-Year Redwall Story, episode 2, Fish Feast Fate, and apparently Fartin the Warrior. So, my name is Jacob Blake, King Jacob on the internet. Excited to be back with you after a unbelievable, apparently, because words, unbelievable week. So thank you all so much for being here and coming back and saying hello and checking us out. Speaking of that, so initially, as many of you know, this particular series was set to run for 12 episodes, and y'all decided, nah, suckers, we're going 16. So thank you so very much, Crystal, Strike, especially, Ashenworks, Saverick, a bunch of people gave amazing amounts of donations towards our goal. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention who just gave a subscription, Courtney Quayle, Pat Riley, who gave an incredible amount to get us over the goal, which now we have 4 more episodes of this ridiculousness. So cannot wait for that. So thank you all so very, very much. So, but what's next? We have actually one more Ko-Fi Go that I just put up live shortly before we went, shortly before Fart Jokes, apparently. So, excited to announce 2 guest spots. One, so the goal is set for $500, which you can see right above my head at kofi.com/the Amphitheater. But one will unlock at the $250 goal. And I'm excited to tell you who that will be, as you may know him. His name is Morgan Peter Brown. He typically is found on the Dungeon Run, and he will be joining our cast of ridiculousness. I have on good authority that he will join the chaos very well. We met through playing together on, actually not specifically, playing near each other, I should say, on Jasper's Game Day. Played with a lot of the Dungeon Run crew there, total badasses and super awesome. So excited for that to happen if it does. So that is that. And one thing I forgot to mention was last time, because there was a lot of really cool shit happening, is that the music that we have playing right now, as well as the music that's happening throughout the session, is by Alexander Nakarada, who is an amazing composer, which you can find on Patreon for a few bucks a month. He has a huge library of really cool music that you heard last night or last week, and you'll hear next. As well as the music on our opening is Eulalia by Sear. They're a amazing band out of the Carolinas, and their new album is actually just went live called Sentinel. So you should check that out on Spotify and Google and Amazon's and all that good shit. So announcement stuff is over. Oh, right. Nope, there was one more. Merch. So I mentioned last time, sonarwear.com/the Amphitheater, where you can find that shirt that Chris was wearing, and you can find this shirt, Duel's Gaming Journey. But there's also a discount code, 10% off at checkout if you type in Empath, EMPATH. Boom. So you should do that. Anyway, enough of me talking. And Bill, since you didn't like to go first, you're going to go last. So Lynn, tell people who you are.
Oh, and it's my turn. I am first. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art on Twitter, every place else, and I play Alice, the Ranger Squirrel.
Indeed. Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am playing Sersha May Volkera, the Sorceress Crow.
Hell yeah. April Raygun!
Hey friends, I'm April. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun, and I am playing Nor, the clerical squirrel. The cleric squirrel. Clerical?
The
Clerical?
cleric- you know what?
Squirrel. I
Clerical?
follow a lot of paperwork involved.
That's
being a
what you're
squirrel.
calling Nor forever and always now. That's just canon now at this point.
Clerical squirrel.
Indeed.
Otter. What? I don't know what I'm playing.
Ow.
It's all right. It's
Episode
episode
two,
2. Episode
Wow.
2. That's all good.
April has one of these in every game that I play with her. So it's like there's inevitably going to be an April breakdown saying who she is.
Well,
I really should write a script for these. It's just 2 sentences, and I can't get through it. I'm sorry, y'all.
amazing. Not a problem. I love it. It's totally great. Playing your brother, Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the interwebs. That's where you can find me if you're looking for me. I am playing Corain, or Cor, your Sea Otter Paladin.
Hell yeah. And last but certainly not least, the producer with fart jokes, Bill.
Hey, yeah, I'm Bill, and you can find me on the interwebs at Billadelphia. And for this campaign, I am playing Tamarisk Ribbled, who is a he is a well, I guess we'll find out.
Did you bail? Did you bail out of that?
Well, he is a hare with a very complex backstory.
That's true. That is true. Wow. Guess there's one way to find out.
Yes.
So, without further ado, let's tell a Redwall story.
Abbey built of red sandstone, dear to us as if our own. Cinder call across the land, all shall feel the mountains head. Eulalia, my heart will sing. Eulalia, the bells will ring.
We're coming back.
Right. Welcome back. So, last time, for the first time, 5 creatures entering Redwall Abbey for, in many cases, different reasons. Some revealed already, some not so much, even at different times. But all asked to enter into Mossflower Wood towards the north, heading towards the River Moss to gather a few things for the feast to come. But even before they could exit, they were visited by Martin the Warrior, entering through some strange, floating, glowing tapestry. What's up, Bill? You okay?
Yeah, I'm totally good. Just farting. Sorry, continue.
Meeting several creatures inside as well, and having different conversations, some in regards to fate, and whether to process and run through or back up and say no. Some, in many cases, very badass, I must say. But all, while exiting and heading towards, were suddenly attacked by this large blue heron. But even before that, because I actually buried one very important point, as my good friend Willem Dafoe would say, There was a food fight. I've been thinking about that for way too long. But yes,
I appreciate it. It was beautiful.
anytime. And suddenly, as the adrenaline of the situation began to take place, there was several incredible clutch moments leading to the blue heron finally shot by Tamarisk as it spirals down, colliding into the snow as all 5 of these take a breath for just a moment, all while somewhere else, the unwanted, whoever they are, make their first move. And that's where we pick up. So quite literally milliseconds after being accosted by this blue heron, seemingly reacting to losing, apparently, a nest of what is likely children. Safe assumption. What would you like to do?
Well, waste not, want not.
Everybody okay?
I'm going to. Saoirse's just gonna go right into cutting up the heron.
You didn't even get a chance to hit me. That's not fun.
Nora's gonna run up and just like make sure you're okay. And
Speaking of that, what were you doing just standing out in the open?
I'm
Have
not
you
afraid
lost
of
your
it.
mind?
No, it wouldn't hurt me.
oh, he does that sometimes. He just stands his ground.
It's a bird. It's just following its nature.
Just a bird.
Yeah, just a bird.
This is the forest. Sometimes it's not just the bird. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 birds, or sometimes the noise of the bird brings in larger animals. If you're just going to stand in the open, eventually something is going to come up here and drag you off. And I don't want my first ranging with this group to come back with less of you. Okay?
And Nora's gonna hit your chest. Look how big he is. He's not going anywhere.
I
Jacob,
don't know what's out here.
first you're muted,
Suddenly.
but
Yep.
second, I want to ask you a real quick question because I know you're about to say something.
Yep.
I know we established this kind of in generalities, but roughly how long have we been walking?
A half from the when you let the abbey, a half a day.
Okay. And generally, when we talk about the dangerous creatures in this area, what's the radius from Redwall Abbey that these dangerous creatures typically enter? There's like 2 days.
From your
It's
vantage point,
close. Right.
almost 0.
Okay.
Several days.
Okay.
Like the last time you would have encountered something of this level would likely have been, at least from your perspective, the swamplands,
Okay.
which you passed through several days ago.
Okay.
But that thought and that conversation is interrupted as there's a sickening crunch from the ground as Saoirse is cracking through some bone marrow.
This is not normal.
This is not. Something this big shouldn't be this close.
No, I
It'd be-
think she's been pretty efficient, all things considered. Oh wait, you're not talking.
No,
Got it.
this is
Got it.
yeah.
No. All of this is not normal. I
Normal for me.
can't figure it out. Have any of you seen something this close to Redwall Abbey?
Oh, well, no, but
Not stop in here. No, Anthony.
I'd be a little late, but could I do a medicine check on the bird to see if there's anything weird about it that's not normal? I mean, I might be a little late.
You might be. Give it a shot. Go for it.
Just to see if like
Kind of walk over as
if it looks like sick or something,
yeah,
or like
yeah.
it hasn't been eating for a while.
Sure, yeah.
she's just kind of eating.
I rolled a 2. That's a total of 4.
Yeah, just the sound of the crunching and the marrow and the muscle being
I would
torn
pointedly say that Core is not looking at any of this. Like he's like, you hear him, you see him when he hears a crunch, he just.
up. Sure. Yeah.
Nora walks up like she's gonna be all like scientific and just like, nope, just turns around, just doesn't stop walking. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
Walks a couple extra feet.
Can I maybe, so in my head I kind of imagine that this happens right in the middle of some sort of path that we were following.
Oh, you guys are all for the most part, you were, when you Alice grabbed Nor, you sort of moved off the path, especially since Core was on the path for the majority of the time. So you are directly on it. As a matter of fact, the path itself is about 15 feet wide, and just a few paces north is where the carcass just spiraled and flew down.
So I would like to, still with my short bow raised and an arrow loaded into it, I'd like to kind of move ahead, maybe another 15, 20 feet beyond where we were, and see if I can get a sense of, like, is this it?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check.
Okay. That is going to be a 22.
22. So you focus, kind of locked in, just looking around, kind of panning, and there are several of these trees that are curled up and arching over, kind of marking the path forward. And you can even see fairly far ahead, about another 1,000, 1,200 feet, the path forks to the left and to the right, and but you don't hear the sounds of movement or really any others around. You're pretty confident.
I'm gonna put the arrow back and come back to the group, and and I guess I'm gonna look at Saoirse and say, is that your preferred meal?
I can get it, yeah.
Well, I feel as though there will be more of that where we're going.
Good. Have to gather some up.
So what, you're just gonna put it in a pouch or something?
I mean, we were gonna go fishing anyway, right? There's gotta be a place for meat.
Suppose that is a good point. Well, shall we?
Speaking of that, how long is it going to take you, Trisha, to get what you need packed up? Because we did make a lot of noise, and there's a fresh kill here. We should leave before have any more attention come on us.
She'll cut up probably like the drumsticks and a bit of the breast and stuff, and toss it in a bag, and she'll munch on some as they go along.
Okay. Yeah, without much effort, sort of. There is the crunching actually is louder now as Saoirse is just breaking apart piece by piece, disconnecting, cracking, breaking. But eventually enough. It's make a survival check for me to see how well you pack this in.
That is a. Do I have survival? That is a 21.
21. So you're able to pack it in and float it up just a way where the blood does not drain through to the bottom, and which is frankly my main concern. So yeah, 21, not a big deal. The should have no issues with that. And yeah, no worries.
Cool.
So you still
Sounds
have
good.
about a full day worth of travel to get towards the River Moss at this point.
Okay. Should someone maybe scout ahead and go in the front, or should we be sneaky, or how should we do this if there are things attacking?
Well, we should.
Mm.
Well, I know the way, and I think I can get us there without too much trouble or have anybody see us.
Okay.
So, could probably make some good time. Taking a little bit of a shortcut, anyways.
And
All right.
So we're gonna sneak? That's what I'm asking. Who is the least sneaky of the group?
Oh, there's no doubt.
Okay, I reach over and just like bonk Cora in the chest at a blessing of the trickster.
All
So
right.
you have
cool.
advantage
Nice.
on stealth.
Nice.
I would make it so that I'm just rolling the regular dice instead of this.
He sure does.
Yeah, I'm also
Cool.
rolling at disadvantage, but I just feel like it's better if I get it than me. I don't know why.
Hey, one way to find out. Give me a stealth check, everybody.
Oh Lord.
That is
Okay,
a
so-
19.
Team. Oh,
12.
12.
Wait, did that go through? Wait, I'm
14.
in the thing.
14. Okay.
So,
Tamris?
well, I did roll a 1. I have a +8.
Okay.
Our stealthy people did not have high rolls.
Apparently. Gord?
I did not roll incredibly
Was
high.
that
I had
with
a 6.
advantage? You
I
have
don't get advantage.
No.
I just
Oh,
don't get
you're
This
right.
will be good.
disadvantage.
It's
Right.
just a, yeah, just
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
armor.
definitely a nat 1.
armor.
Oh, boy.
no. Okay.
Rip.
Clang, clang, clang,
Cool,
clang,
cool,
clang.
cool. All right.
I think probably based upon my recent experience with Core, I'm probably going to be sort
Far
of
away?
in his vicinity.
All right. Okay, cool. So, fair enough. So, who's so Alice, you're leading the charge?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think once she like saw like the heron and all this being this close, I think she's a little more like focused.
Tunnel vision. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, you all make your way forward, and the fork that Tamaris noticed a bit earlier makes its presence known. Kind of look at both ways, and they both seem to be similar treks forward, paths forward, I should say. Which way you headed?
Which way do we go?
Alice, do you see any difference between these two?
I as part of a ranger knowing these skills, I don't get lost in the forest, so I would maybe know which way
You
is the
would.
best way to the river.
You would. And as you kind of listen in, the sounds of running water seem to be beckoning from the left.
Hey, looks like we're in a rough spot.
But as you're about to commit to the left, there is a tall figure, dark in complexion, that is making their way towards you, about 300 feet away at this point. Definitely outlined, dark, with the outline of the snow and trees around them. And they are walking with an air of confidence.
It's rare to have someone traveling out on their own, especially this time of year.
Given what we just
Say hi.
experienced, we should probably get off the road. At least give us some cover.
Question for the DM.
Sure.
Have we been leaving footprints in the snow? So like if we get off the road right here, we're gonna leave a big commotion, aren't we?
You look back. Looks like it.
So if we do leave the road, we still have all this to deal with.
I forgot it was snowing.
He said snow when he just described the character. I'm like, that, I gotta remember this.
Yep.
There's a reason. Snow
Yep.
is important right now.
I'm curious. I don't know. I'd like to get as much as I'd like to be stealthy. I would like to get the measure of whoever is wandering out here.
We could try to distract them, and one of us run out there and see what he does.
200 feet.
Saoirse's just gonna walk forward.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Yeah.
So they get about, as they get closer, you actually see a tall, dark furred hair, has the beady black eyes, and the outline of their long, tall ears has like a almost beige outline separating the black fur, and they are wearing a long green mantle and what appears to be studded leather armor and a long rapier to the side. Well, evening, lads, lasses. Actually, no, it's actually a bit before noon. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintances. By the way, just in case, wow, you are all quite easy to track. But I thought I would just check in and see how things were going. But it looks like you guys are quite all right. So, yes. By the way, pardon me, former Brigadier General Cluckers. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And you?
I'm Saoirse.
Saoirse. A pleasure is all mine, my fine Fleabag friend. Just kind of nods for you.
Alice. Hope you've had good travels, sir.
Alice, of course, yes, of course, yes. Pleasure.
Hello, I'm Nor, and she gives a little bow.
No, yes, you are of the River Dog persuasion. That is wonderful, absolutely. And you, kind of pointing towards Core.
I am Core.
Pleasure. And you, my close friend.
You have a lot of energy.
They do tell me.
My name is Tamarisk.
Pleasure. Well, what are you all on about?
We're going fishing.
Really? Well, we're at.
I'm very nervous about this, dude. Can I do an insight check to get like
Absolutely can.
motivation?
I might do that too.
Please.
Yeah. You know what? I will. If I, you mind if I help Tamarisk with that?
No need. I did a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you though.
So, there is. He's a lot. Really strange to be by oneself, but there is an air of confidence that you've seen a few times back at your home, many times. One of experience. Doesn't seem to be acting sly or anything. She should be decently genuine.
Well, we are going fishing because
Right.
we would like to retrieve a fish from its home, typically in the water.
What I believe that's exactly what one would fish for. Yes. What?
So I guess we'll be going now.
You could if you want to.
Why have you been tracking us?
Well, first of all, I was trying to track down this blue, ridiculous, loud heron, and felt it was coming this way, and well, found you instead.
Well, it found us first.
Were they a friend of yours, or?
I wouldn't say so. We were not exactly acquainted. I would say no. But I wasn't exactly hunting them, more just wanting to figure out why the heck they were here. I'd seen one of them long, big things, As long as I've been around.
I've had the same thought about when we saw it, but
Hmm.
anything else unusual
Hmm.
from where you came from to here?
But other than the unseasonably amount of snow at this time of year, not anything in particular. But seems to be that you are all right, even though you look a little worse for wear. Just if I'm being honest.
Should we not be? Like,
I
We're attacked.
mean, it depends. I mean, you don't want to worry about what's on your beak there, lass? There you go. Now you got it. But so since you're going fishing, where at?
We're
Why
going
would
to
you
the
like
river.
to know?
We're
Oh, you're still about a day's away. It's going to be dark in a few hours. Well, I'm sure you've got your own travel festivities, but if you want, I'm happy to let you stay the night in my place. That way you're not all cold and awful and wet. And you can get up quite early for your swimming and fishing and all of that.
if everything's awful, why are you here out by yourself?
Oh, I'm just really strong and fantastic.
Argue with that.
Feel straightforward and interesting. Yes.
So, couple facts I know about this person. One, they are braggadocious. Two, they were apparently at some point a brigadier general. Like, is that a thing that Tamarisk would know, or like in terms of what army? What is this person retired, or what's the deal?
Yeah. Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Can we also like perceive him? Like, is there anything shady about this dude? Is he wearing anything weird?
You can make an insight check, but Tamarisk rolled a 21 to be fair.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That's going to be an 11.
Well, 11.
Yeah.
Brigadier General definitely matches up with the ranks of the Long Patrol, but that's pretty high up. Not many folks have done so from that perspective. And you don't recall seeing a hair at that level in your shall we say experience.
So this is a hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So question for you, and then perhaps we'll be able to have a bit more comfort.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
First of all, I don't believe we got your name.
Oh no, I believe that you did, Brigadier General Cluckers.
I'm sorry. What?
Cluckers.
Cluckers?
Fuckers.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
I definitely missed that.
so your mother would be a mother clucker.
I
Would
do
be the
suppose,
mother-
but
yeah,
she's
would
not
be the
around.
mother of Clucker,
Right, but
Mother of
not a mother. Clucker,
in
mother
your
of Clucker.
in your defense, she's not around to be assaulted. So, and I'm very easy in regards to such things. So do not worry. You do not offend me whatsoever.
And my second question is, you said you are a brigadier general. You retired?
Was
Retired.
right? Yes, of course.
And you spend your time walking around in the woods looking for dead birds?
Retirement brings many boredoms.
Quite.
I look over at Nora and I'm like, don't ever let me retire, please.
Don't worry,
just
I don't
let me
think we'll
go
make
until
it
I die.
We won't make it that long.
Kind of turn to the rest of the group and raise my paws.
Suppose it couldn't hurt to stay somewhere.
I mean, if you think he's trustworthy, then there's no point not to trust him. He was a general, after all. He wouldn't lie about that, would he?
No.
See?
There you go.
And nope, too late. We've already done that. Nope. Yeah, let's trust this.
I assume that someone that would be an intelligent lie to have. I recognize
Can I
that makes
make
me slightly less trustworthy.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yeah, sure.
So that's, oh geez, 22.
22.
Secrets.
So
Secrets.
that specifically, as you zoom in on that conversation, there's definitely something really, really weird about this guy. And as you're kind of studying him, as he's kind of like laughing off that statement, he like reaches into a small pouch and takes out like a small monocle, and puts it back. He's really difficult to read, but you gauge that this is absolutely a performance. He's keenly aware that he's being studied, and he is using all of his advantages for this.
Okay. Well, given that I can tell you're performing.
Oh, do you really like it? What would you rate it?
7 out of 10.
Ah, a hard judge indeed. I will win you over tomorrow, I'm sure. Nope, I'm not really good at breakfast, so maybe I might be a 6 tomorrow. The jury is literally out.
All right. Well, what do you all think?
He has a monocle, so he must be intelligent, so I trust him.
Oh, I'd certainly
Wipes
like
it
to
off
get...
on his studded leather.
I don't think it could kill all of us.
Oh, he definitely can.
No.
I don't. No, not at all.
So I think for no other reason, we could probably, go along because we could beat him before he beats us.
If it's any consolation, this was about 40 seasons ago, you wouldn't stand a chance. But now I'm old.
Unless we follow him to a second location, which has traps.
Well, I'm curious.
We talked about traps before, Nora. Don't step on them and you're fine.
Got it. Don't step on the trap.
Well, I'm
Good
curious.
advice.
Yep.
Quite good advice.
Definitely want to see who wanders these. Get to know people who wander the trails here. So
Indeed.
good time as any.
And
Wise, intelligent, wonderful. And he about faces the snow spinning around. Well, top up and all that, and marches forward. Follow me.
Saoirse will fly after him.
Just for following this buddy with a monocle. Hell yeah. What's the worst that could happen?
we talk about fate and how it'll never catch us. We'll run away from fate and enjoy our hobbies. I don't think that's happening.
First man with a monocle and we follow after him? Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, hey, nice monocle, buddy.
That's what sold me, honestly.
Anyway, so he leads you forward. And then after about 15 minutes of walking, he cuts into this area of this kind of snow embankment that kind of goes down, and you actually see the outline of a small makeshift wooden structure. It is tied together in large sets of really taut rope that looks vaguely familiar, Tamarisk, and is this brownish, dark, almost like leathery in consistency looking, and there is the outline of a small fire pit on the outside, as well as a large makeshift kitchen kind of in the back. And well, make yourselves at home. there's any hunting you want to do, I'm happy to help. In the meantime,
No,
kind
I
of you,
think
thank you.
of course, yes.
I've hunted enough.
Oh, is that so? Well, all things considering, I suppose you do have leftovers.
Mm.
By the by, how does Blue? I don't know. Did you? Have you?
Offer him a piece.
Oh! He kind of like takes a drumstick. But it's raw.
Yeah.
That won't do. Well, actually,
Why?
I'm sorry. That probably offended you. My apologies.
No. I eat it raw all the time.
Okay, good. I was totally lying. And he begins to prepare the fire pit. And after a few minutes, fire ignites, and he begins to cook the blue heron leg.
Tamarisk is gonna keep his distance, and I think maybe I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing something in the woods. Like maybe
Sure.
stringing something together. Like I'm basically going to be doing my own performance of like I'm busy out here, so I don't have to go over there.
Okay.
Firewood.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm getting firewood.
That's a good lad. All right, cool. What about the rest of you?
They're just gonna look around for shiny things.
Yeah, Nora's gonna investigate this area for anything cool.
Ooh, give me some perception or investigation checks.
Do perception.
I'm following
same thing.
Nora to make
I'm
sure
going
that she
to-
stays safe.
Sure, of
I'm
course.
gonna gather some herbs and stuff, but I'm gonna do the same thing, kind of like
All right.
just what the area tells me.
Sure.
I'll just say 21.
Right. 21. Woo! So yeah, as you begin to search around, the area around the cave is pretty barren. Probably you get the sense that General Cluckers has been here a while and has been moving and around. And you actually see as you kind of search around for a good while, the blast radius sort of continues to expand and expand. And you see kind of like evidence of sort of newer and as like sort of blades of grass are beginning to grow. There's some flowers as well. There, from a shiny perspective, you do see the outline of a large kind of almost like spiked in the snow, a large boat that is just spiked up, leaned up against a tree. With that role is clearly utilizing the snow from like a camouflage perspective. And as you see it, it's pretty clear that it has room for about 6 seats, but none of them are big enough for this guy. As far as that's pretty much it from a shiny perspective. Everything else is pretty ordinary. And nor with that 19. One of the things that really sort of catches your eye is actually on the inside of the cave, as there is these makeshift pots, pans, a field kit, many knives, some of them with clearly years worth of use, could likely use a whetstone or 6. And Alice, you actually are able to catch these really pretty bushels of these wild berries, kind of covered in like a little bit of frost. But that's about it from the overarching perspective.
Well, Saoirse will let the others know about this boat. Be like, I wonder what that's about.
Maybe he found it somewhere.
Maybe. None of the seats are big enough for him.
Or he brought it with him.
Or maybe he's a murderer. There's so many knives in there.
I mean,
There's so many. There's
I mean, he's.
and
But
If-
are
if-
any of them sharp?
I mean,
that makes it more scary.
I mean, if he's if he is someone that's seen a lot, we've had people come out that want to get away from things. Good reasons, bad.
I know
Maybe
the
that's one
feeling.
of them. Reminder of some sort.
I'm gonna ask him about it.
Yeah, it's good to know. I'm judging by the amount of talking. I'm pretty sure he'd tell you.
He's taking his first bite. Just kind of like there's this air of like almost surprise. Like, not bad. I should have tried this long times ago.
Right?
And he
Others.
takes out like takes off his mantle, kind of sets it to the side, and the mantle actually covered his arms, and you actually see the outline of several tattoos on his left, almost like a sleeve up his left arm. The main one that you see is of this large anchor, and written right in the middle of it is spells Vixen.
Vixen, huh?
And the rest of them are a mess. But Tamarisk, you would recognize some of these additional tattoos.
Probably if I was close, but I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
Fuckers. What's that boat about?
I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you over the amazingness of this.
That boat you got back there.
Oh,
What's that about?
I need to keep an eye on you lot. Intelligent beasts. Anyway, that's old Log's boat. He should be coming back for he's actually, matter of fact, we're probably not the only ones doing a bit of fishing the next couple of days.
Sorry, who'd you say?
Log.
Lo-
Log dash
Log?
a dash log.
Log.
Log. Yep.
Fucking hell.
It's not even actually his. I don't even think that's his actual name. Oh, a bit of a pip title.
Will we be seeing this friend today?
Oh, I don't know about today. Maybe tomorrow. It's shrews or shrews. Little hoodlums. Bit of a nomadic tribe of sorts. If I'm being honest.
Yes.
They tend to be, yeah.
They are sharp ones, though they can be quite mean, but they mean well. They just don't have just not really patient.
Well,
Not
you
patient
know,
fishes.
Shrew's gotta eat.
Sure. Speaking of eating,
True
What a-
decision making.
I don't really think I
Sorry.
pick up on what you're putting. Yes. No, Russet.
This is April question.
Oh.
April
Hold on.
question.
Ooh. Hi.
You said that there was an anchor tattoo with the name Vixen on it.
I do.
Since Cora and I know water and boats, we came from a water town. Would we, by any chance, know of a Vixen boat or notice any of these tattoos that would look familiar
Mm.
if someone spent time underwater?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Did both of us get a chance at this intelligence check?
Intelligence
tell you what,
is
you-
my
what-
dump stat.
One of you can roll an advantage, or both of you can roll separately.
Roll
I have
with
a plus
advantage.
0.
I have a. Actually, hold on. Let me look. I have a -1. So.
Okay, okay. We are smart.
Straight roll, straight roll, straight roll.
Oh, 19 plus 0. 19.
19.
The
All
other
right.
was a 2, so thank you for that.
Hey,
help,
hey, that's why we do the thing. So, what initially crosses your mind is that vixens are typically nicknames for female foxes. That comes to you right away. It's not the name of a ship that you can think of. But with a 19, you may have heard a story in your past, maybe from your dear old dad, of a corsair named Vixen, who used to own a ship by the name of Gadium.
Okay.
That's the wrong song. They used to sail off of the. Oh, I'm fucking up my own music. They used to sail off the coast of Salamanastron, the Badger Lord Mountain, where the Lung Patrol stay. And typically, Corsos were gnats trying to take or pick at the mountain to eventually take it over. But at some point in the last 40 or 50 seasons, this Corso Vixen disappeared.
Interesting.
Okay.
Somewhere in the night, at least, as far as you know.
Cool.
Is it safe to say that the smell of the food has wafted somewhere in Tamarisk's direction?
Oh, definitely. By this point.
Okay. I think having been in the forest for a long time already, not having a decent meal and then sort of now kind of back at it, I think his stomach starts to grumble.
I think that's a fair assessment.
And he kind of cautiously walks up. And
Did you tell us that you were going to go get firewood?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you bring any back with you?
No.
Yeah, Alice just is going to look at you and just like smile like, what are you doing out there? Like she knows firewood's like, yeah, there's probably a ton around. What are you doing out there with no firewood?
It was all wet.
Huh.
Yeah.
Pointing to the snow. Is there a drumstick for that you could share?
Catch!
Oh, yeah.
I reach out and grab it and then start eating. But I'm still like assuming there's a campfire and y'all are in a semicircle of some sort around the campfire. I'm on the outside.
Yeah.
Probably behind Core.
Now that you're closer, you actually see the outline on the left arm actually has a very familiar long mountain, and near the top there is a large fire.
And I would know that as like a symbol of the Long Patrol.
Common tattoo.
But
one thing that comes to mind that's separate which is the reason why it doesn't come to the keen eye. There's actually a piece missing on the tattoo that only folks that have been trained to see it. That's why the rest of them aren't able to put that together.
Okay, and what is that part that is missing?
Typically the base of the mountain, which has the large coast surrounding it and the water.
Okay, So it is just the mountain and the fire on top without the base.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the anchor right on top.
Got it. Can I tell whether or not the anchor is a cover-up of the base?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Uh, 22.
22. You just kind of peer as you get close and begin to maybe sit down, and still a bit of a ways away as you're trying to put this puzzle together. The outline of it does look rather new in comparison to the remainder of the piece.
Okay. So from this information, I can gather that almost certainly he was a Long Patrol member.
Or he's really good at putting a performance together and is very committed.
Interesting. Okay.
So, well, that said, Alice, you're all here, and I was actually wondering if, obviously, you're all welcome, stay inside, but it would be probably prudent for one of us to keep watch, at least for the majority of the evening.
Oh, I can do that.
All right.
We should probably
Relationships.
should work together. No one should be alone.
Right. Probably smart.
Just in case.
I will
Now-
take first watch as well with Alice.
Wonderful. I'll take last. How's that sound?
I'll also take last.
So that leaves us for the second shift.
Yes, indeed. But
Perfect.
important to point out that I'm leaving myself wide open. So if you want to kill me now, that would be a wonderful time.
But now you're expecting it. So you
Am
should
I?
probably do it at a time when you're not expecting it.
I might be, but I don't know when.
What a weird
That's
thing
what
to
things-
say.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying that out of character.
Conversation.
That's a weird thing to say to some people you just met. You're like, hey, some good time. Right here, right there. Get me.
Want to kill me right here? Armor has
I would
no-
prefer you stab me on the left side, not the right side. No.
My right arm's good, so maybe just stab the left one.
You're
Just-
very trusting for a bunch of people you've just met in the woods.
Yes, this is a very strange encounter. Like, I feel like I would get along with this guy really well. I want to hang out with this dude.
Me
but-
too. I would too.
But Tamarisk is like
The storm for the
Is Tamarisk-
stories alone.
constantly with the heckles up.
Mhm.
This is how horror movies start. We're in a horror movie.
It might be.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Way to find out. So, anyway, the rest of the afternoon into the early evening is even if you are silent, he is not shutting up, and continues on until whoever would decide to retire would retire. The sun sets and the beacon of stars and showers over, and there's only a few pockets of darkness in the sky, as it is countless. One, two, you already lost count. So first watch, that would be, who was that again? Sorry. Tamarisk and Alice. So perception checks, pretty
I
please.
think before we go, I think she's going to look at the tree and look at Tamarisk like, do your watch down here or do your watch up there? Can you make it up there? I haven't seen you climb anything.
It's been a while since I've done any sort of climbing, but I prefer to be a bit. I don't like this man, and I think it would be prudent of us to get as far away as possible.
Okay.
No further away than up a tree. And by the way,
you have to get stuck.
yeah, hopefully, well, if we do get stuck, Sersha could come and save us.
Well, if we do get stuck, I'll help you, and I won't tell the rest of them that you got stuck.
Yeah, Saoirse's gonna retire up to like the top of this place that they're staying, just to be under the stars.
Yeah, cool. Oh, by the way, there's actually a makeshift wooden door to keep the cold out.
So perception, I rolled a nat 20, so 27.
27.
Yep.
Here we go. What I
Damn, nice.
11.
11. So. So your watch goes without much issue. You do see fairly late before your shift is over, the door open as General Cluckers attempts to sneak his way out and off into the darkness.
So way before his watch is supposed to start, he kind of sneaks out.
Way before. Yeah. Doesn't wake anybody up inside. That's inside.
What do you say that we maybe see where he's going?
Well, that's not forward at all. Oh, what's he doing getting out here, sneaking off? Watch until later.
I mean, maybe it's a bathroom run.
Oh, you don't sneak out in the bathroom around like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yes, my curiosity is piqued, and I'd like to see what. Because you can never you couldn't find anything gathering all that firewood, did you?
No. To be honest, he was giving me a bit of a strange feeling, and I was not trusting him.
That's the funny thing with people. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes they're all mean and they're perfectly fine people, and sometimes they're as friendly as can be and not nice. You know, that sort of thing. Best to keep skeptical, friendly but skeptical. And this is definitely something that's odd.
Trust but verify, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and, like, as sneakily as possible, get down from the tree.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Both of us?
If you're pursuing Alice, yes.
Yes.
15.
Okay.
23.
All right. You climb down, and right as you're getting ready to land, Tamarisk, your foot cracks a branch, words, and you lose your footing, but it's not far enough for you to lose your balance. It's more about landing in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
But you look out to where he went, and you don't hear any noise.
Okay. Well, the good thing is it seems as though it's still snowing, which will be helpful in tracking him.
Yeah, so tracking.
Well, it's not actively snowing.
Okay.
This is just the snow from yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Even if there aren't,
Yeah.
fresh tracks, people leave all sorts of evidence where they go. So.
And as you do land, as you begin to walk, the snow does seem to be thinning a little bit. But and you kind of make your way forward, and about 100 feet, you kind of dodging around a few trees, but you are able to follow him, and he's got that large mantle on with a hood up, and is kind of just bent over, leaned up against a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, it looks like his shoulders are like shaking.
So just to be clear, I understand what's going on. He is kind of hunched over at the base of a tree, kind of with shoulders shaking and the green mantle on. Okay.
Do I see any other, as we're following him, do I see any tracks other than his around, or is it just a set, like evidence of one person?
Yeah, make a survival check.
All right, I think I get advantage, I think, on this require me with survival for thing. All right, let's see. And then, ooh, those are not good rolls. 10.
10. Kind of look around. It is dead of night, and it is less the snow. It's sort of working against you. Is it just a sea of white? But from your vantage point, it looks like it's at least recently just him.
All right, Tamarisk, I don't like this.
I don't either, but I also don't see any reason to attack. Let's at least just go find out what's going on.
Yes.
But I do unsheath my rapier.
Before we do this, you can make it back to the, you know your way back to the others, right? You have to run.
I, to be honest, have not been paying attention.
She does, like, she has, like, that look, just like...
Sure.
Just... And she'll point to the, is there a moon out? Or the stars?
Doesn't look like the moon is out.
You see those and those trees? Just keep running between those and keep going in that direction, don't stop.
Okay. And I put my hand on my rapier, and I think I don't unsheath it just yet, but I'm ready.
Sure. So how do you approach?
Alice is using her her bow as like a walking stick.
Sure.
Sort of situation.
I probably wouldn't come right up behind him. I would probably do like a sideways thing, and just so I'm not surprising him. You know, if he does have his eyes open, I intend to be in his peripheral.
Sure. So you close distance.
Yeah. And what do I see? Is he praying, or what is he doing? Now that I'm kind of like on the side of him.
It's hard to gauge at first because all you see is this like shaking, and then you start to hear him, and it sounds like whimpering. But it's quiet and raw.
Where are you, Alice?
I think if we're gonna, like, if you see you, like, kind of like,
Yeah.
she's gonna go the other side, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I suppose we're probably facing each other, and like with
How
him,
far away?
with him in the middle. I mean, I think at this point I might be 15 feet away from him, and
Okay.
if we're doing it in a symmetrical approach, we're probably 30 feet away from each other right now.
Okay.
And I probably demonstrably take my hand off of my rapier to like indicate to Alice that I don't feel threatened, and I'm gonna walk up and maybe crouch down 5 feet away from him. So not right up on him, but like close enough.
That would be a Kofi alert.
Just in the wilderness, we
was
hear.
terrifying.
Amazing.
Perfectly timed. Thank you so much. Oh my
Tamarisk is
god.
dead. Goodbye,
Boom.
Tamarisk.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
I thought that I had that turned off.
That was amazing.
Oh my god.
So, as you approach, you freeze as there is just barely movement, and as his this large, what appeared to be a rapier, comes out, and the cloak, with the movement, moves with his face, and you see the tears that are staining his face, and just like looks at both of you with a frown. Why? What are you doing here?
So just to be clear, like he's just crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you? Why are you here? And he kind of like scurries up the tree, rapier out.
I'll put my hands up and maybe back away a little bit.
Yeah. We're your guests. You invite us to your home. We just followed you because you snuck away. We were on first watch duty.
I don't have guests.
You'll look at Tamarisk. Just like,
Yeah.
State your names. Quickly!
My name is Tamarisk Ribbles.
The rapier
Alice.
moves to you, to Alice. The sort of slacks.
Are you okay?
No. But I don't know who you are. You say that I've offered you into my home?
Yes. Quite gregariously, I might add.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to have frightened you. And he stands up, sheaths the rapier, and begins to walk back.
Point of order, and I'm trying to like catch up to him, and
Wrong one. And he's walking.
let me ask: is his voice different?
Yes.
huh. Okay. I think Alice is gonna. Where are we right now? In the floor.
From
No,
his
no,
home?
to him. Like,
Okay.
do you know where you are right now? Where are we?
You're talking to Tamarisk, right?
No.
Oh,
She knows where she is.
He's walking. He's gone.
So,
He's heading back. He's about 60 feet ahead at this point.
oh shoot!
I think. Oh,
You can run to catch up, but
Yeah, she'll run.
he's
She'll
walking.
run, and like she'll
Okay.
go in front of it. It's like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You kind of run, stop him from continuing.
I'm right there too.
I'm usually
Looks around.
pretty patient. We met you today. You say that you have no idea who we are.
This is Mossflower Wood, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't been here in some time. I don't know how I got here.
Like out in the out here or
Where are my medals?
Where do you think you are?
Well, it's clearly not Salamanderstrom.
how long have you been here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Does the name
Yeah.
Log,
does that mean anything to you?
Yeah.
I know of the Galsum. We've worked with them before. Yes.
I don't know. I think at this point, Tamarisk is like, we got to get back up. I am completely out of my depth here. We need somebody that's
Yeah,
good at
she's-
talking.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well.
He begins to kind of sidestep. He doesn't push past anybody.
Well then, if make sure that we get home fast. What brought you out here?
You all seem kind, so I assume you
I mean, it's
are
my
indeed
job,
my guests.
my family's job to make sure the forests are safe, and that's why we came out here. Sometimes people act strange and you don't. Sometimes they wish you harm without, just being cautious for our new friends here.
Okay. I'm not going to hurt anyone.
I know, same with us.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna catch your death of cold out here, the way. So let's hurry back home.
Mantle hood up. Walks forward.
I think Alice just gives Tamarisk this kind of sad look, because I think maybe she's had her fair share of travelers visiting with their fathers, and she might have an idea what's happening here.
So
Tamarisk has
You all-
no clue.
He looks like
Oh, go ahead.
he looks old, right? He looks fairly like an older hair, right?
If you and I are
even older now,
Yeah.
than he was this afternoon.
What were your feelings on our friend?
Well, I kind of tell about the tattoo. It's strange. Usually there's a part of that tattoo that is branded upon people, but it's missing.
And what's this tattoo for?
It is the Badger Mountain with a fire on top, and usually there is the coast of Salamandastron.
Oh no! What's it mean? If it has any meaning.
Oh, well, in order to get this tattoo, you must be a member of the Long Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
So, either this person was a member of the Long Patrol, or figured out the right way to, well, not the right way, because it seems as though something's missing, but they did do it through trickery.
I had a similar feeling, something strange, but me and my dad, we see a lot of travelers, and a lot of travelers trying to get away from things, and I think what he's been telling us is true, but I think from what you were saying and what tattoos mean, I think the years might be catching up with him.
Maybe I might be able to ask him some questions, but I worry about our friends. Perhaps you should run ahead and warn them, wake them, and get them ready. We don't know what unpredictable things might be happening.
I can probably cover this thing faster than he can get there. Just make sure.
Go.
Stay safe. And I'll run back.
Okay. Go ahead and you trying to make your way through the trees? How are you trying to catch up with him before he makes his way back?
Is that a question for Alice or
Oh,
Tamara?
it's an Alice. Yeah, that's an Alice question.
Okay, cool.
I think she's going to just take a more direct route, through use some trees to jump over, particularly dense bush or something like that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me either acrobatics or an athletics check. Three of them, whichever you're better at.
All right.
See if you can beat him.
17.
17. All right, that's one. So 3 total.
Okay. Each different one.
It could be the same.
We'll do athletics. 16.
All right,
What was the third one?
Same.
And just point of order, before things get ahead of us, my intention is to catch up with him and just sort of pepper him with questions in a way to.
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you for that.
Yep.
But that's good to know.
But let's do that after everything else, because I've been doing a lot of talking.
So, so what was the third roll?
Third roll was a 23. It was
23.
a 17, 16, 23.
Yeah, not a problem. Some snow probably falls a little bit from branch to branch, but you are good without a problem. And you're going to certainly beat them. You actually see overhead as Tamaris begins to sort of run up to catch up with the general.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tamaris, as you approach.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we can cut back to this after we wake everybody up and get them ready. Because I kind of feel bad. I've been monopolizing all the time.
Okay, so we will rewind time. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Well, then I'll tell you what we'll do then. So, who was second watch? The Norn Cord. So, it's a bit odd because you kind of initially you are the cold because you're both inside, correct?
Yes.
You're alert and awake earlier than you anticipated because the backdraft of the cold wind enters the chamber, which is the exact opposite of what you expected to happen and what you were told was going to happen. So what would you like to do?
Probably half asleep, Nor rolls over and hits Core. Close the door, you left it open again.
Muted.
You're muted.
And by the way, thanks so much for rating, everybody. I see you, fam. And I think there was another Ko-fi donation, but Bill turned off the Duval.
That's terrifying.
So thank you all so much. Holy crap.
Just like,
that means that we are 10% away from the Morgan Peter Brown guest starring in our show. You guys are unfucking believable. All right, go for it.
wasn't me this time. Wasn't me last time either. It was you.
I don't believe you. We're not.
Is it
Where's
time for a watch?
Where's the other one?
What other one?
The person. Clucks?
Oh yeah. Don't know.
We should go check on the others. Make sure they're all right.
Fine.
Sasha, refresh my memory. Where are you currently asleep at?
Saoirse is currently sleeping on top of this place.
Perfect. Cool. So, make a perception check at disadvantage for me, Sasha.
Okay.
We are not quiet coming stumbling out of this building.
Oh no, absolutely not.
We're putting on armor. There's clanking. There's dropping of a.
That's why this check is happening.
That is a 15.
15. That's enough. As clank, you are. It's like New York construction. Wake you up at 5 a.m. If you know, you know. And you are stunned awake as Norn Core exit this makeshift cave.
Are we late? Where's every? Hello?
What are you fucking doing?
Everyone else is gone.
What?
Everyone else is
They
gone.
are not here.
We three.
As
being
in
the
they're
only
somewhere
three.
else.
Did you? I don't mean. No.
What?
You had the herring. You were fine.
I was asleep.
I wouldn't blame you. I was asleep too. Hello.
So, stop it.
Hello.
So,
Where's everyone?
Lord, shut up.
sorry.
Saoirse's gonna fly off and see if she can find people.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. As Tamarisk, you hear a familiar cry out from Nor. Is that someone we know? Is that someone I know?
He's asking me this.
Yeah.
It was 21.
21. Yeah. Them crow eyes, dog. Yeah, no problem. Everybody's rolls tonight. Ridiculous. Yeah, you see trudging along two familiar shapes, and especially with that 21 trudging on, trying to catch up and getting ready to pass Alice in the trees.
Okay. I will swoop down and land next to Tamarisk. Where in the world did you two go? 3, go.
Don't worry. She's with us, and you met her as well. Saoirse, meet our friend here. I'm sorry, I missed your name. What was your name again?
And that's where we're going to take a break.
All
I've
right.
been wanting someone to ask him his name this entire time.
Right?
It is 100% not Mr. Chuckles.
Or, I mean, sure. Maybe.
In no
We'll see.
world would he ever be named Mr. Chuckles.
He didn't say Chuckles.
You mean
Mr.
Cluckers?
Cluckers?
Mr. Cluckers.
Which is why that wouldn't be his name.
I mean, sure. Thank you, Twist
But
and
you have
Tumbles.
not heard of the greatest
Have a good
Brigadier
night.
General Cluckers? Saved the long hairs from the great disaster of 09?
The great disaster of 09.
It was
That's
a fucking good time.
Dave, that's a one shot I'm gonna write now. Anywho, we'll be
That's
back.
09 is a
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a few minutes to pick up from where that interesting situation left off. But as a reminder, we are now 40% away to $500 for our Kofi goal, which is absolutely ridiculous. I would like to remind the internet that we started at 0. So that happened. So just in case you came in a little late, when we hit the 50% goal, that will unlock guest number 1, which is Morgan Peter Brown for the Dungeon Run, who is I forgot to mention this at the top, a fellow huge Redwall fan, and we've been chatting off and on for the past like week and a half or so about this idea. So really excited to see it almost come to pass way quicker than I expected. So we'll see how that plays out here soon, and we'll be back in a few. Thank you so much for being here. Get some water and or beer and stuff, and we'll figure out what the hell's going on. Maybe.
So we're going to take 10 minutes. So we'll be back at 9:38 Eastern.
Indeed.
See you in a little bit. 2, 1,
All right.
and audio right now.
Welcome back. So, hope you had a good little break ski as we try to figure out who the hell this. I think the gold thingy broke there, William. There you go.
It'll reset in a second.
Yeah,
it
takes
does
a
that
couple
every time we
seconds.
come back.
Very cool. So, as this hair is asked, this mysterious hair once at some point named Brigadier General Cluckers. I don't know what did you say during the break?
Mr.
Chuckles?
Chuckles.
Yes, Mr. Chuckles. I don't think his name is Mr. Chuckles. That's probably fair. As he's asked what his name is, he responds, Tomlin.
I'm sorry, Tomlin?
Tomlin Stagg III. You recognize this name.
Okay, in what capacity?
This is someone. This name is truly Brigadier General, but this time it's actually a name of someone that you recognize, but not current. There was a story that you've heard over the years about sometimes One Control hairs go on treks and kind of force retirement on themselves.
Okay, as that kind of realization washes over me, and realizing now that Saoirse is right next to me,
Yes.
I kind of want to say, don't worry. As I mentioned, this is another one of your guests, and you'll meet 2 more in a couple minutes. But we are friends. We shared a meal together.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, and because this is a charisma-based thing, I have a racial trait that I get. I think it's advantage because Saoirse is right next to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me just.
I was wondering when that was going to come into play.
Yeah. Is it advantage?
Stuff.
Yes, it
My
is
memory
advantage.
says
Yeah, it was
Yes.
something real good.
Because I wrote it.
Okay, so let's do that. You said persuasion?
I did.
Okay. So the first one was a 6, and the second one was a 10.
10 total?
Yeah, 10 total.
Okay. Kind of looks at Saoirse and you and doesn't really quite give an audible response, but heads back.
So, all right, if that's the case and the immediate danger is out, I'm going to continue my plan of just kind of like making small talk as we're walking.
Okay.
And like I kind of envision this in my mind that I'm just like he's walking very quickly and I am struggling to keep
He's
up.
not.
Oh,
He's
no?
not.
Okay.
No. It's the what's missing from the purpose of earlier today, and as his back is hunched over, but there is not that performance is now washed away as he is just letting his feet and the fact that he's leaning forward propel him through the underbrush.
So who is Vixen?
He pauses. Forbidden.
Forbidden to ask?
Forbidden to have.
May I ask why? Was it a part of your time as in the Long Patrol?
There's like a wince, like an audible one. Not now. Damn you, Prince. Damn you. Say it to my face. No, so it just continues to be propelled forward. By this point, Core nor you would have been in you're probably about 50 feet ahead at this point as you see this much different in stature, but same in color and presence. This hair and made of your friends. And Alice, at this point, you would have made it, and you're probably still up in the trees about 30 feet, 20 feet up, but within listening, if you will.
Yeah.
And
you'll see
as you approach, he actually takes a hand, Tamarisk, and puts it on your chest, just like really, like not like to hurt, but just to friends.
Yes.
And he takes a hand off his rapier. And he puts a hand underneath his armor, and you see, like, on his chest, the outline of a large slashing scar that goes underneath the armor. And he takes out this small, looks like a book, and just hands it to you, and continues to walk.
Hands it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will stop dead in my tracks and allow him to continue.
And he kind of walks, kind of cutting through you, Norankor, and heads back inside.
Hello. Goodbye.
Why was everybody gone?
Can I land like right in front of either one of them?
Sure.
Hey, yeah, I think. Yeah, that was. I know you're very confused right now.
Huh?
Our situation it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little more complicated than we thought.
What happened? Where was everybody?
Well, we were on watch, and we saw our friend sneak off into the woods. And we saw him crying, and we approached because we didn't know what was going to happen or what. You know how when you find strangers in the wood, you're never quite sure, but.
Yes, I find strangers in the wood all the time.
Yes. Well, me and Taps got talking, and we figured out that how many older wanderers have you seen around where you came from?
Not many.
See my fair share, and they go places, sometimes wanting to escape things, and sometimes whatever they're going away from or trying to get solitude from catches up with them. Sometimes the time catches up with them, and I think that's what happened with our friend here. If he says he's never met you before, he's not trying to trick you. Just be patient with him.
Is he still the person that he said he was?
To some degree, maybe. Yeah. Some part.
Because I don't know if I believed who he said he was.
It might just be someone happier.
Is this some kind of fish disease or something?
No.
He's not a fish.
Yeah, but like you eat bat fish and your brain
Get a
goes
disease
fuzzy.
I don't.
No, it's just he's seen a lot. Done a lot of things, probably.
So do you think he really is a brigadier general like he said he was, or do you think he's someone more shady? Because he has a tattoo, and I very much question where he got it from.
I think Tamarisk thinks he is.
Where's Tamarisk? Are we supposed to be
He's with 2 point.
Yeah, we're all
Right there.
pretty much together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might be like 15 feet away, just kind of like looking down at the book.
He made sure that, our friend, the Brigadier General, made it back safely. So
Tamris, come here. Come here.
Before I go over there, what is the book?
You glance through a few pages, and they are a series of letters.
To any particular person? Do I see the word Vixen, perhaps?
On every single page.
Close the book. And I walk over to everybody and I say, I think it's best you all... And he went inside, right?
Yeah.
I think it's best you all stay here. This might actually be a conversation for me alone.
I don't think he is who he says he is.
I could understand that. And I walk in.
So, there's a story
This-
about a person. Okay, goodbye.
yeah, this might be. I think Tamarisk has some knowledge about where your general came from. So
At this point, I will also tell, since Tamara says, I'll tell the group the brief, quick story of Vixen, from what I remember.
Sure.
So there was
Sorry.
this person who disappeared, and they were Vixen, and he had to take the. Fuck you, Prince. Why do I read your comments and chats? Why do I look over? He had a tattoo, and it said Vixen, and that was somebody else, and that was a person who was trying, and just like mumbling the story
Sure, of course.
that you
Yeah.
already told us. So I'm not gonna
Yep.
tell that whole thing again.
So,
Sure, of course.
Does he know that he isn't who he says he is?
Oh, that's a good question.
he might
Right, like-
not, and he might to some degree. But I think that's something that Tamarisk can maybe.
Is Tamarisk
Figure
think he
out.
needs to take care? Are they related? Why is Tamarisk alone? Is that
They're
safe?
both his.
I think. Well, as I went over here, Tamarisk brought him back, and they might have talked, so he might know something a little more. And I think it might be a little sensitive.
I thought you were going
What
to
do
say
you-
little Harry, and I was going to lose my mind.
God.
That would
God damn it!
Missed opportunity.
Indeed. It does seem like an opportunity to check in on what's happening inside, though. As you open the door, and he is sitting cross-legged in the corner, just leaning up against the wall of the cavern. Did you read it?
Without saying anything, I walk over to... Oh, cool, thank you. Qwerty Quail gave us some bits.
Oh, thanks! I
Um,
was so confused.
so...
Well earned by Prince, let's be honest.
So before he says it, before I say anything back to him, I walk over to where my pack is, because I imagine I left all my stuff here. And I go in, and I'm much less organized, but I pull out just a couple of sheets of paper from inside of my pack, and I walk over, and I sit down next to him, cross-legged on the floor, and unfold one of the sheets of paper and hand it over to him. And I say, this is maybe not as well crafted as yours, but something similar. I obviously have not been, well, let's say, at it the same length of time as you. Really only 2 years, but I feel as though you and I share a lot more than it may seem at first. And I hand him the sheet of paper, and basically it is a Dear Sandy letter. I haven't sent it because, to be honest, I'm not sure where to send it. But I feel as though my thoughts and dreams must be penned down somewhere.
Kind of like scoots up away from the wall and sort of leans kind of forward. What does Sandy to you?
Forbidden. Did I see his slash?
You would have. You were close enough.
I say, well, the similarities don't end there. And I start unlacing my vest. And I show him this mostly healed gash on my side.
How'd you earn that?
Senselessness. It was a task that was levied against us with no greater meaning. And in fact, this was what was the final straw for me. How did you get that? And I kind of indicate to his slash.
Misplaced opportunities. War. Love. And then once again, forbidden. Lower your cloak.
I lower it and I grab the fantasy scrunchie and I release my bunny ears and hair ears and it comes down. I was also a part of the long patrol, but it seems our terms of separation, while have similarities, rather were a bit different.
My issues weren't with the patrol.
Oh?
No. I believed in my station. I believed in what we are protecting.
Terrorist kind of leans
Except
in.
for... That's where he stops.
That is what I could never figure out. Once I enlisted, once I was there and I was tasked with these rote functions of the lower ranks, there was no vision. It was, for lack of a better word, a cog in a machine, and I went to sleep every single night thinking of what could have been had I not dedicated my life to what? Protecting a field against marauding oxen?
It's a funny way to describe large denizens of corsair rats trying to take a mountain.
Well, I suppose in hindsight, time can create a distance, especially when that distance is exacerbated by the distance of love. Where is the line between duty and devotion.
Just stares.
Before I go and get my friends back in here, is there anything we could do for you?
How long were you staying here?
Well, we only planned on the evening. We do have rather pressing business to attend to tomorrow. I, Bill, am smiling. Tamarisk is not. Because I'm referring to fish. But if there is something that is pressing, I'm sure we could make an exception.
No. But I have a feeling I won't remember this. So.
Now, why would you say that? What is this affliction? Actually, you know what? I am deeply unqualified for this conversation. I think you might do better speaking with somebody with a bit more, let's call it, charisma.
Not what I expected you to say there, but okay. What was the plan for the night? Watch?
Correct?
Wake me when it's my time. And he sprawls out on the floor. As this conversation is happening, checking in outside. What are you guys doing out in the snow?
Okay, but so if on the off chance that Tamarisk is dead when we go in there, at least we know that Saoirse would clean him up. Be nothing left.
Do we split his stuff, or do whoever gets it first gets it?
Well, we can split it between us.
True.
I mean, I don't consider that. I'll say a prayer, and I don't consider that a defiling of the dead. Who else is going to get us things? We don't know any.
I think he would. I think he would like us to take his things. I feel like in our time together, we've bonded very much, and he would appreciate us finishing out his mission with his stuff.
What if there's a journal? Is this
You
a
read
read
it.
or don't read situation?
Well, you have to read it to make sure if there's anyone that they care about, we get.
Yeah, of course.
We just need to make sure there's people that care. It's not like he has like a paper in his wallet with all the important people of his life and contact information in case he goes away.
Tamarisk, did you give the book to everyone?
No, I carried it in with me.
Okay.
If he doesn't come back, I'll have to make some sort of stirring last words for the nurse at some point. Would that be bad? Is that going too far?
To give last words to the nurse.
Yes, like, oh, he died. He
Do they
died
know each
saying
other?
your name, that sort of
Are
thing.
they friends?
I
They did
Oh,
just
I
come
think-
out together.
think
Are they
if-
together?
I think they may be together. I think he's been doing that whole broody thing. I think that works on certain people, and maybe it works on her.
So did Tamarisk come to the Abbey to be with the nurse? Is that what this is all about?
Are we gossiping?
Wait, is this
is this
was the
gossip?
nurse? Was the nurse the person that he was looking for? Because he said he was going to look for something with rather seriously.
And then he came back with the nurse.
Yes.
Came back with the
Remember? He left. He left as soon as the vision.
That's true.
Went to go see the nurse, and then they both came back.
Together.
Yes.
I hope they have a spring wedding. It'd be beautiful.
Hmm.
You can come back at any time. But it's like,
We're just being very nosy with it. Poor Tamarisk.
Saoirse is listening to all of this and just going, I know I thought I was the chaotic neutral one.
This whole time, Nora has been absent-mindedly like mending random things, just like
Sure.
picks
Yeah.
up a stick, mends it.
Yep. Sure. Yeah.
Just like
Absolutely.
weird things.
Just need something to.
Just something to do.
Sure.
If there's a window, I think she'll like after the talk's like, oh, maybe we should just look. She'll like peek in the window and make sure they're both alive.
Yeah. Probably about there is when. Yeah.
It would be really funny if it was just like the scar showing. It's like, what the hell's going on in there?
Yeah. From the window that you're at, the vantage point is fairly clear. Like the wall that he's leaning up against, you cannot see from here. But as you begin to get concerned, because you can't see him, you can only see Tamarisk. He sort of leans forward, and this conversation continues. And then eventually he rolls over to the side, back facing the wall.
She'll wander back to the group. It's like he's still in there, still alive. They're having some sort of talk.
Good. Great.
We
Fantastic.
don't have to tell the nurse anything. That's
No.
probably a good thing.
That'd be really bad. Don't want to do that. But yes, we can. They can still have that wedding.
Oh, it'd be lovely.
Yes.
Oh, do you think we'll all be part of it now that we're a party?
I mean, if you're fated, you're part of the thing, right?
That's true. We'll have to
I'm
ask him
just
about
gonna
when...
walk inside.
Okay.
Poor. Oh.
So
Wing opens.
Yeah, Cersei, you basically walk right into Tamarisk as he's coming out, and I say to the group, I think he needs to sleep this one off. Seems as though he's had a bit of a night.
Well, should we all get back to sleep then?
I think we're up for watch.
I was hoping they wouldn't remember that.
You shirk your duties like that.
Technically, it's back to the first watch because we've restarted. Okay, fine.
So I recommend we do go to bed, get some rest, and perhaps tomorrow will be a different day.
I would hope that tomorrow will
Tomorrow
be a different
is
day.
another day.
Because I can't imagine it could be the same day.
What if we were
This is
stuck in the same
tomorrow.
day?
But then wouldn't it be today?
Maybe
would
that's
be
why he doesn't remember us because he's stuck in yesterday. And he hasn't met us yet.
But how are we here today?
Tamarisk goes back inside.
Yeah, Saoirse's gonna go back up to the
We
Okay.
continue this during
Yeah,
our
you
watch.
just
No doubt.
hear them walking
Oh,
back and forth
100%.
as they walk away from here.
Totally down. So, the remainder of the evening is uneventful as all of you are suddenly shaken awake by a combination of the sun peeking through the window, as well as double morning, chaps! It's that time. Time to get up. It's almost that time. Fishing's really good, and especially early in the early morning, tip and all that. Morning tea for everyone.
Good
yes.
morning, Cluckers.
Yes, of course. Good morning, my dear. Good morning.
Right. Good morning. Oh,
Yes.
Are you who you say you are today?
I believe that is not a question.
It was a question.
I didn't hear the upward inflection near the end.
Are you who you say you are today?
Of course. Yes,
Okay.
of course. As a matter of fact, I was also the same yesterday. And I'm likely, I think, the next day as well.
You weren't quite the same last night.
What do you mean?
Mr. Cluckers.
Yes, of course.
Does the name
Preferred
Tomlin
Brigadier General Cluckers, but yes.
does the name Tomlin ring a bell?
Tomlin.
to know.
Tomlin, is that a place?
It's a
Is
person.
that where you're going after the river moss? A person? Huh?
Nora's gonna lean over to Tamarisk. Should we keep questioning him or just let this go?
No, I think we should take leave.
Should we take him with us? I don't know if he's safe by himself. Oh, okay.
No, I think we should let him enjoy his retirement. Professor Cockles, quite...
Cockles.
Cluckles?
I'm so happy about this.
Professor Cockles.
Professor Cockles.
Professor Cockles?
Grand Duke Bobbly.
Where's my glasses?
No, you have been a consummate host, but
I am a professional after all, yes.
my friends and I do have some business to take care of. I think we will be taking our leave and going to that fishing hole.
But certainly not before your morning tea, of course.
Oh, here, let me help. And Nora's gonna take over and start making breakfast.
All right. What are you trying to make?
I don't know. I just regretted that because I read the rest of the thing. Nor is going to make a very lovely breakfast oatmeal. A very lovely oatmeal that's in bowls, not free range oatmeal.
Not free range. Not a problem. Yeah. With because you brought some with you, and so it's just a matter of really heating it up. So there's not really anything to do. The remnants of the fire yesterday are more than sufficient for you to do that. Yeah,
Is there going to be a check made for? I just read the footnote to this ability that I have cooking utensils that other races have to make a Constitution saving throw when eating otter food.
Oh no.
This is not otter food. So
Okay, good,
you
cool.
Are okay.
As long as I signify that it's not otter food when I make it, we're safe.
Yes.
Cool.
This is not a.
Oh, we're gonna have to drop otter food at some point.
Yeah.
But perhaps one time in episode 5, when you start to make shrimp and hot roast soup, we will come back to this conversation. But your panic is delicious, so thank you for that.
It's a non-spicy, non-free range oatmeal.
I mean, you want a shrimp and hot root oatmeal? We can definitely make that happen. So yes. So and he actually pours out in these small cups made of the kind of like almost like saucers made out of hollowed out wood, but they are sturdily made. And he actually pours out like from a small pitcher and hands it to all of you. Hope you quite enjoy my special recipe of pearl tea. Pearl. I said pear. Sorry, not pearl. Pear is what I meant to say, and then I accidentally a word. Pear. It's got a little bit of nutmeg and a little bit of orange as well to help complete the ensemble.
Drink it happily.
It tastes
Lovely.
really good.
Quite.
Yeah, it's good. Nice and hot.
It's
Good
a
as
good
well.
way to wake up. Thank you.
And the air that's coming in is far less cold than it was yesterday. And you actually start to see the outline of, even through the closed door, the outline of green as the snow has melted.
So I didn't want to interrupt, but prior to the creation of the tea, Tamarisk would have packed up his bags and gone outside and waited for everybody kind of maybe on a stump nearby or something.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, he feels very uncomfortable inside the house now.
Sure. All right. Anything happening during tea time before making your way outside?
Saoirse's gonna snack on some of the heron.
Nor
Plenty left
will
over.
make a special little plate bowl to take out to Tamarisk for when they leave.
Sure. Not a problem.
Alice is gonna leave like a bundle of like gathered herbs for him in a bowl.
Okay, great. Well, since you're quite about to set off, it's been my honor and pleasure. What's worth and all that. I hope we see each other again. Oh, point of order, actually. I believe it's almost high time. You are all from the Abbey of Redwall, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Wonderful, wonderful. I believe that I owe someone a visit.
Who?
Oh, an old friend. I don't know if you would know her. I'm Ravina.
Do we
Oh.
know her?
You do. I
You
do.
Definitely
Yes.
all
Do we
do.
know her?
That is the
I forgot.
Badger Mother of Redwall Abbey. You
Oh, shit,
definitely
yeah.
all know her.
Wow.
Did
Oh,
you?
well.
Considering the time of year, it's likely time for one of those infamous, amazing, incredible Redwall feasts, and I haven't had one of those in many seasons, so I am quite looking forward to it.
Well, it's like you said, it's not that far away. You should visit.
Indeed.
I think that I will.
Give the
And-
abbot our best.
Yes, of course. I certainly be seeing you there, of course, right? We're friends and all that, yes?
Yes, after we
Yes.
get the fish.
Oh, of course, of course. What do you make? You know what? Don't tell me. I want it to be a surprise. Well, off with you now.
It was wonderful meeting you. Goodbye.
Pleasure.
You're a wonderful host.
I do what I can.
Good job.
When they come out, Nor will hand you a little like travel to go box. Tamarisk.
Oh, you are delightful. Thank you very much, Nor.
Well, we can't have anyone not eat. We have a lot to do, and no one should go hungry.
I do appreciate it, and I look inside the little travel cup and sniff at it, and of course, being very hungry from not eating any breakfast, just digs in. So, shall we?
You think he's gonna be all right?
Does it
Fate of the
matter?
fish to everyone. For everyone.
Alice, do you mind if I join you up at the front?
She'll nod. She'll like she. This is like quiet talk time. So it's like she nods.
Yeah. So I kind of imagine we're walking,
You imagine correctly.
and I would like to ask, and I'm not trying to like hide anything, so I'm not whispering, but I do.
Oh, very quickly before we go, should we ask if we could borrow his boat?
It doesn't belong to him. It
But
belongs
maybe
to
we could still ask, since we're going on a river to go fishing. I think that maybe this boat might be a thing that we should take with us. Especially since he can't seem to fit in it. And it has the perfect amount of seats for all of us.
Did it look big enough for the rest of us to fit in?
Some of you.
Not the Jugger Otter.
It just
Not the
seems
Jugger
like
Otter,
that this
and
might be a
probably
thing
not
we could
Tamarisk.
ask to borrow that could save us time on the water, but it's up to you. Tamara, since you have the best relationship, would have to be the one to do it, I would think. But
No,
if
we
you
know
don't
how to
think-
swim. It's not that cold.
Well, I was thinking more about other friends here, and points to the rest of the group who can't swim.
Right?
I don't think crows and squirrels swim very well, do they?
Squirrels can swim.
Squirrels can swim really well.
You just don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
Well, that's up to you. We
Really
can just-
quickly, I need everyone's passive perceptions.
Oh,
boy.
shit.
Oh, what is mine? What is that? There it is.
10, I think.
12,
Hold on.
14.
14.
12, 14,
17.
Yeah.
Okay, 10.
Yeah.
It's
10.
a 10.
Okay. Everyone. Yeah, actually, everybody. As you are having this conversation, from underneath the boat, as you're talking about it, it begins to shift. The snow falling off of it, as it, from your vantage point, begins to go upright and begins to move.
It's a magic boat!
Alice's eyes just go wide.
Dibs on front. Dibs on front.
I don't know. I want to attack the boat now. It scares me.
I want to jump on the boat.
Okay.
Why is the boat falling?
How would you like to accomplish this attacking of the boat?
I'm not gonna let her attack the boat.
Don't
The
attack the boat.
The boat is haunted. It's got ghosts.
It looks like a fun ride, like those magic carpets we read about in the books in the Abbey.
Is it a? Okay. Do we see any legs?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Cora's not
yeah,
waiting
yeah,
to
there we
check
go.
legs. Cora's just like jumping on this thing as it starts to float.
15?
That's fantastic. Go ahead and make an athletics check, Cora.
Right.
What is happening?
There's something I can be good at.
Use your body as a shield.
There we go. That's a twomp.
A twop. So a 12?
20.
Oh, 1-8. Oh, yeah. I heard twomp like a thwomp from Mario, and I was like, I don't know where he's going with it, but I'm on the train and I'm going, so I'm into it. All the slang and weirdness. Anywho, so what was it? Real quickly, the perception checks were
15.
15.
17.
17. So Tamarisk and Nor. Sayosha, did you roll as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a 7.
7. Okay, great. So Tamarisk and Nor, as you see Cora about to pounce on this moving boat, you see the outline of small bracelets underneath, like could attach to paws, as what you didn't catch initially before the floating boat started to walk away was the outline of what appears to be matching the melting snow, the outline of these white legs. And then suddenly you hear screams as Core, I guess you could say, belly splashes on top of the boat, smushing all 4 of the compatriots underneath and inside, and you hear the sounds of screams. What the hell just happened? Who just attacked us? I swear on me, Mom, I'm gonna get these, whoever the hell that is.
The boat can talk.
Car!
Why is the boat talking?
There's somebody
Because we're
underneath the
underneath
boat.
it, you nitwit!
Why would you be underneath a boat?
Because it's our bloody boat!
Who are you?
Are you
Who's
Log a
our?
Log?
Could you just... Are you trying to kill us, mate?
No, I'm not that heavy. I mean,
Why
I've been
the
watching
hell
my
did you do
pounds.
that? But
Car,
all
get
the-
off the boat!
Because I thought it was a flying boat.
Have you
We
ever
know it's
heard
not.
of camouflage?
No.
You did a very good job of camouflaging. We thought it was being stolen.
Stealing our own boat?
We don't know you.
Who?
That's not
Who are
your
you?
boat.
Quite mutual. We left it here under the care of General Weird Guy.
Are you Log a Log?
Weird guy.
Yes. And you hear kind of some murmuring underneath.
Oh. Oops. And Core just climbs out.
Okay. And it flips over, and you see 4 shrew that are all dressed in completely white, except for the outline of like paint over, like right underneath their eyes and all around their snouts. And well, bloody good this all did. And the one in the front, who they're all dressed the same, except for there is multicolored bands that are around their heads. There's one that's red, blue, purple, and green all the way back. The one that's red snaps their fingers, and the white just kind of flicks away from them as they have this silverish fur, and they're just looking at you. You've clearly never seen a shrew boat before. A
No.
longboat. Well, it's...
Why would I have seen one?
And then you try to smash it with your beautiful...
Listen, call me
beautiful
fat one more
armor.
time.
I
Wait,
wasn't
wait,
calling you
he's-
fat.
I knew.
Easy.
I know
Easy.
what you're doing. You're tiptoeing around it. And
I'm not smart enough to tiptoe around it.
He's very sensitive about his size sometimes.
All right. I know we got off at the wrong foot, but we're sorry that we stepped on you, and this is your boat, and it's good that we.
Yeah, I didn't mean to
acquainted.
smash you. I'm not that much of an asshole.
I mean, no offense when I say this, but so far the evidence is kind of against you.
Oh, that's not very nice.
That was the point.
I just apologize. What do you want from me?
He did try to steal someone from potentially stealing the boat.
I thought it was floating away, and I was going to save the boat.
It was not done with malice.
Really, the inanimate object needs saving.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes inanimate objects need saving.
Give me one example of an inanimate object needing saving.
There was this one time in band camp.
A plate off a table and it shattered on the ground. And if someone had caught it and saved it, it would not have shattered. And that was an inanimate object that needed help and saved.
See? Possible.
Anything that has been stolen is an inanimate object that someone needed help to save.
And Log looks behind to his three compatriots, and the one in the back wearing the green. It's like, got you there. All right. Well, I guess we should get with the introductions. Yeah. Who are you? Fresh saviors of the logboat.
I'm
Don't be
Saoirse.
like that.
The large
Alice.
one's Core. The other one is Nor. That one's Tamarisk. And that one's Alice.
Right. Well, interesting company. Log City's Hawkeye and Hannah, T-Bear, and Neat.
I won't remember any of your names, but thank you for introducing me.
I already forgot yours, mate. Well, what's you off to? You're up early in the morning?
We need to
Oh,
do
look.
some fishing.
Going to the river.
Really? Where?
It's frozen back
The
that
river.
way.
Oh, you must
Well,
be
at least it was.
interesting. Well, are you what you happen to be fishing for?
Fish.
Trout?
Oh, well. It seems serendipitous and albeit strange. And also, and kind of elbows the one behind him. Ooh! As well as someone's not good at hiding the boat. We're on a bit of a fishing expedition as well. So,
Huh?
seems we're both going the same way.
Good to have company.
Do you need assistance with your boat since we did try to smush you?
I didn't try to smush him.
I said we, not you. We all were. I was going to punch it.
You were going to punch a boat!
With fire, if it did fine. But I'm trying to be helpful now. Either accept it or don't.
Is there something in the middle, like neutral?
I mean,
No,
someone
too
is
late to
better
be
at
neutral
this.
now.
Tamarisk, you're better at talking to people.
Pick a side.
Alice?
All right, listen. I have this. I apologize for nearly smashing you to bits. If you would be so kind, several of my not-so-swimming inclined friends would like to use the boat while we go fishing. Would this be agreeable to you?
Make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage, the snore was sort of there was
Try
the handoff.
We know that teamwork.
Yeah.
One more, I guess. Much better.
Nice.
Was it
21.
21? Aye. And as he's kind of pondering what the next move is, Tibu is just like, I am a bit injured. It seems probably not a good day to go fishing. You're always injured.
Oh, if he says he's injured, then Cor will come over to him. touch his shoulder and give him 1 point of healing with lay on hands.
Perfect. Scratch that lug, mate. You prop shit. Oh no, now we have to go fishing. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, mate, you did.
Well, since there's how many
Trying to help.
how many of them are there? How many shrews are there?
4.
Well, since there's 4 of you and only 2 of our friends really need help in the water, maybe they could ride with you, and we could all fish together and be friends. more faithful fishing friends.
We're really going with this.
Oh, I changed my mind. That sounds like a bloody good idea.
We made more friends. More friends means more fish, which is better.
Typically, unless you take all the fish away with you, and then it's not good for anyone.
Oh, you're welcome to come to the feast.
The feast
do
of
a-
fish. It's the friendship feast of fish.
And if we fish, no one leaves empty-handed. Everyone take back a fish.
Fishing is friendship, and friendship is
Fate.
Fun.
Fun?
magic.
Friendship is magic.
Are there
don't
ponies in this
follow?
world?
There are not.
Okay. So no, friendship is not magic.
Well, it's fate.
I just processed that. Is that a My Little Pony reference?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
That's fantastic.
There are no ponies, so no magic, but it
No
is
magic.
fated.
What can you do? It's like, well,
I
and
still believe in unicorns.
it's heave ho, shall win. Once you lead the way, heading north, and we'll be right on your tail.
Mhm.
All of them, actually. And they begin to, as you make your way to the north.
Yep.
So,
Good.
cutting back around, who's leading the excursion this time? Is it still Alice? Ah, Stacia. All right.
Yeah.
Then
Saoirse's flying ahead.
Roll a d20.
20.
Or is leisurely backstroking in the water.
That is a 14.
14. All right. So, the early to mid-afternoon is met with no issues whatsoever. But before that, the last thing you all notice is a familiar dark hair just watching you go, probably stirred by the log-a-log loudness, but just staring until you're all out of eye shot. Anything that you're doing during your travels?
I think once we see the old Captain Lake on the thing, I think Alice will go up to Terrence Lake. How'd that go?
You said that you and your father, was it? Met lots of people like this. Could you give me some contexts? How well, suppose let's start here. Who is your father, and why have you met lots of travelers?
Well, me and my dad, we live in the forest. Although I think he's trying to put in a good word for having me dorm at the Abbey, but always lived there.
And
Just keep people, just make sure that no dangers come in there, make sure our travelers get through safely, that sort of thing.
now, there's kind of a sly smile that comes across his face as he says, "You didn't strike me when we were in Redwall Abbey as somebody that was concerned specifically about the safety of newcomers." Kind of like indicating himself.
When you're in the Abbey, you're the Abbey's problem. When you're out here, you're my problem.
That's quite beautiful. When you said that you might know what was happening with him, What did you mean by that?
With travelers, sometimes the years, they see a lot, and they come to escape from things, and sometimes they, without their knowing or on purpose, pretend to be a different person. Get away from things. That's why they usually come out here. Solitude and that sort of thing. They can forget it. But I get the feeling that they don't.
In your
Always.
expertise, do you think
Oh, my expertise.
do you think he will be okay?
I don't know. It's he seems he can take care of himself for now, but we know he's there, and if he makes a showing at the Abbey, Marpu can keep an eye on him, or maybe he'll stay. But usually that's something that we need to keep mindful of. Yeah, make sure that he's there. But for right now, I think he'll be good. Maybe he'll find what he wants out here.
Sort of, Tamarisk has this kind of like distant stare, and he says, "I hope so." And he turns around and kind of looks back in that direction and stops walking.
Hey, you had your questions. I have mine. What about you? Did you find out who you're looking for?
No. But I do think that I found something I wasn't looking for.
Ooh, what was it? What was this thing, or is it secret?
And he kind of like
Secret time.
takes his cloak off, and you could see that like his he's very clearly now kind of sporting his hair ears. And he says, "I found comfort in a decision I made."
Right then, right. She's smiling like really, really broadly, like, yeah.
He smiles back at you uncomfortably, like
She'll if Nora's behind, she's gonna give like flashbacks, and I was like, yeah, it's what we're talking about.
Oh my god, I kind of forgot that there was an ulterior motive to this. Amazing!
Final episode, wedding episode. Come on, let's make it happen.
Oh, I like that Tamarisk maybe doesn't know what's happening.
Not at all. Absolutely no idea.
this is like the deepest double entendre, sort of like who's on first kind of thing.
Yeah, what's on second? Yep. Saoirse, what about you?
Saoirse's just flying. Doing little loops.
All right, make a perception check.
Hey. Ooh, nat 20.
Hey,
Nice.
biggity bam, gang. Cool. Mama. So, yeah, and as you sort of fly up, you almost lose the shrew crew as the top of the boat is actually stark white, and fortunately, as the snow is beginning to melt, only barely do you sort of make out their outline, as the remainder of your party sort of is just to the left as they continue up north, and for the sake of simplicity, eventually you will make it to the River Moss, but sort of this air of fullness sort of just hits you. You're not sure why. Not hunger, not food wise, but just strangely a fulfillment just kind of comes over you for some reason. Coronor, what about you?
Just asking the shrews just random ass questions about the boat, about the woods, about the river, about the kind of fish they get, what do they fish with, just random questions.
Beautiful. And for the sake of brevity, there is no stone unturned. You know the length, width, and depth of the boat. You know all their brothers and sisters. I guess to a point where Log is like, she doesn't really care. She just wants to know more. It's not going to stop. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
I think at some
go
point, Cora reaches up on the side of the boat, like, if you stop talking, she will.
it's not really in our nature. Clearly not yours either.
It's like just genuine friendliness too. It's not like trying to be annoying.
They-
She just like genuinely wants to know about these shrew and where they come
Yeah.
from and their life here.
Do me a favor, make an insight check.
15 plus my insight is 16.
16. So it's more of a confirmation than anything else. There is no middle ground. It's 0 or 150 with
Perfect.
all of them, especially Logalog. And he's just shrill and doesn't really give a shit. But there is still an air of like friendliness as well. But he's a little older and a little wiser, and so like he like picks up where you're putting down. So as we get to the River Moss, Bill, if you wouldn't mind, it's map time.
Map time.
Map time.
So excited.
All right.
Look at this map.
All right, everybody cross their fingers.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do it on the stream?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited.
Oh man, that looks pretty
Yes,
decent.
that's how pretty it
Looks
is.
good.
Streamception. Now we have a stream on a stream.
Stream, double stream.
Oh, you moved the map.
Hold on to your butts, indeed.
You did so good, Bill.
Well done,
so
Bill.
Good.
Yay! So, and make sure you all can access your tokens. You should be able to, because I copied them over from a previous map. So in the water, right away. Fuck it. I respect that. So, as you all make your way towards the River Moss, the river is very loud. You would have heard it coming, matching up what the directions all gave you / told you initially. And as they set the boat into the river and begin to kind of climb on. Right, so who's going with us?
Me.
All right, my young crow, perfect.
I guess
Well,
me
who's
as well.
diving in? All right.
Yeah.
Alice,
I'm
what's
used
it?
to swimming in armor. It's fine.
Yeah, totally.
Or also just jumps in.
Okay.
Um,
So,
yeah, I mean, if there's a way that I could get inside of a boat, that's definitely going to be happening.
yeah. So, I need you to make a straight dexterity roll.
Me?
Yes. Because you, my friend, are too big. Your tush is too big for this little shrew boat. But you can certainly try.
Well, can I retcon it then? Because like if I'm getting in it and I can
You would've clearly
clearly
been
see
able to,
that it's
yep.
too big, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Well, why don't I wait here for you?
Oh, you can hold onto this end of the net, and then I'll swim across with the other end of the net, and we can just scoop across.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yes.
So Nor will give Tamris one of the halves of the net.
Not bad. So, fortunately, let's see. I need to double check the size of this net first of all. 1 second. But how many nets in total do we have amongst the party?
2?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cora has one.
Yeah, it's not big enough by itself. But I will say, if you wanted to, if you would like to, you're gonna have to make a check to see how well you do. But you can definitely give that a shot.
Yeah, that seems like something Nor would have been working on the way here anyway, making the net bigger.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm. 10. Put together, tied.
Well, I would
Looks
use
neat.
mending to try to does that work to secure those ties?
Not really what the spell is
cool.
for.
I know. I April realized that I'm trying to argue that this isn't gonna work.
There's
I'm
creative
down.
way you could do this. If you have 2 nets, you could tear the edges
just tear
on
the edges
both
of
of
both
them, and then you
shove
mend them
them
together. Like,
You know what? No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. It's cool. We'll try our net.
Let's try your luck. So,
we'll just tie them together.
So they're tied together, with perhaps the assistance of mending positively or negatively impacting one way to see. As the rest of you are out into the boats, and they sort of drop anchor kind of in the middle and begin as you kind of hear it clink against a rock, the anchor, as it begins to pull away just a bit, and it holds. As Coronor, you're both still in the river itself, maneuvering around, and as you're looking around for fish, I need everyone that's looking to give me a perception check.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty
5.
20, beautiful.
16.
16. All right, Core. What's your perception?
Perception. See how this goes. Not good. Not good at all.
Okay.
It's a 19 for Tamarisk.
19 for Tamarisk. Okay, not a problem. So, a few things sort of happen at once as you wait for a few minutes, and the familiar silver sheen of a school of trout begins to maneuver around and around, and is headed towards the net. And Corey, you're off to the let me double check one thing. Yep, off to the middle here. And you're looking around, and you certainly catch those same trout. But what you don't exactly catch is this large, lithe, green form
Oh no.
that begins to pop up as a large snakehead prepares to find food. And I need everyone
battle.
to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That's quite large, Jacob.
Did I not say that?
Oh
Snicky,
no.
Did
snicky.
you get a natural 20 again?
I adore this dice.
You probably
Good
should.
dice. It's a good.
I also got a natural 20,
Hell yeah.
so that's a 24.
That ain't bad
That's
for
a 21
for-
for me.
Woo!
That ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
15.
And the rest of you
17.
see this large snake come up from behind like a freaking horror movie villain up from behind Core, and on the boat. No. Let's see. So,
Nope.
Tamarisk, you are definitely going to be up
I'm in the boat.
front.
Am I here? I'm up here with the.
Yeah, just move around where you are. So Tamarisk, is at 24, right?
That's right.
Sersha would be afterwards, unless someone else rolled between 21 and 24, but I didn't think so. Cool. Let's see what the rest of them. Ooh, they're not bad. Shrews will be up afterwards. 10 through 15.
I got a 19.
19. Sorry, I skipped. Nor anyone else. Cool. And then 10 through 15.
Oh, sorry, I had a 17.
17. Okay. And Core?
15.
15.
Look at those
Not too
initiatives.
bad though. Everyone rolled really high.
The snake,
Let's
hopefully
see
we
what
did.
this.
Snake got a 1, right?
No.
You don't like this snake.
No, it didn't. Unfortunately, it did not. But it's rolled pretty high as well.
Oh, no.
Everybody rolled really, really high, so that's interesting. Okay, so
Do not eat the shrew.
first up, Tamarisk, is you. Still on the edge.
Yeah.
As this large, giant crusader steak. It's still in the water, so you can still see it. It's not enough to give you disadvantage or anything like that. It's just up and attacking.
How close is it to Core?
Right next to him.
Okay. I'm dropping this stupid net. Okay, step
That's
one.
fair.
Stupid. I worked a
Step
lot.
one is net.
Reaction to drop.
Mine
Stupid
works
net.
with
Got it.
That's our
Step
favorite
two,
net.
draw my short bow,
Okay,
and I'm gonna shoot at the head of this thing.
I love it. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Yeah.
Okay. It's only an 11.
11. As it hits the water and just floats up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it.
I call out to everybody, watch out, there's a snake right behind all of you.
You love to see it. All right. Next up, unless you're staying where you are, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm not getting in the water.
Sasha,
Get in the
you're
water
up.
with us. Do not.
All right.
This is bad.
Can I tell how long this thing is?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's about 9.5 feet. It is huge.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fly up 20 feet
All right.
and I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
That's probably smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does your mage armor look like?
It is a shimmering blue. It's just shimmering blue all around.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cool. So that's your action movement. I believe that is your turn.
Yep.
A common situation, Core, 2 for 2, as you are being accosted by something trying to get a meal. So, the giant
Have
Christmas
at thee.
have at thee indeed.
Oh no.
As it's going to reach out and try to bite at you. 18 to hit.
That is my AC.
All right. So you take 7 points of piercing damage. Not fun. And you all see as this large snake reaches out, attaches itself to Core, like on his shoulder, and begins to wrap itself around as you, my friend, are grappled and restrained. So, off to a great start. That's its turn. And we are off to the shrews, who see this happen and are not my new mates. I haven't even decided if I like them or not. Let's go. And 4 short bows. As these 4 short bows fly. 1 natural 1, 3, 4. So 3 out of 4 hit. Not too shabby. So 5, 8 plus. So it's a total of 17 points of piercing damage. As fortunately, just barely, as you feel the pressure hit you, as these three arrows, Core, hit you and clink against your armor, but they pierce the flesh of the snake, and the air around you is now becoming, or the water around you is now becoming crimson, which is probably a concern for everyone because you're not sure from your vantage point who hit what. But that's the shrew's turn. Nor, it's your turn.
Nora just sees the blood in the water, screams, and casts Shield of Faith on Core.
Great.
So your AC goes up by 2. And that was my bonus action. With her action, she's just gonna, I guess with her movement, she's going to. Wait, I can do. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong map. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I could go all the way around my friends, all the way to the back of it.
Okay.
I have 60 feet of movement as a.
Because you're in this. Because you're in the water. Yeah.
So I could go all the way around here and flank. So I want to flank him, and then I'm going to use my action to hit him with a mace.
Okay. Typically, I do not play with flanking in my games.
Okay.
However, considering you're in the water, in your zone, I'm going to allow it.
Yes. Thank you. So that's advantage?
Yes, that's exactly what that means.
Natural 19 plus 3.
That will hit.
And that's 1d6.
What are you using? What's your weapon of choice here?
My mace. I'm just hitting
Your
him.
mace.
Hitting him
Okay.
with my
So
fucking
yes,
mace.
you swimming around, cracking it upside the head with your mace.
That does 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Cool. Action, bonus action, staying where you are,
everything.
up
Yep.
against your bro. All right. Cool. It's starting to look kind of hurt. Hold on. Yeah, 20%. All right, making sure I do my math correctly here. Great. All right, so that is Nora. Alice, it's your turn.
All right. Would it be an action to kind of figure out what this thing is doing, or get some idea what the snake's like plan is? Like,
Temperament.
Yeah. Or not temperament, just like what it's gonna do. Like, is it good since we're on the water? Like, is it going to just like try and drag or like?
It's a good question.
Mhm.
I'd either say, yeah, that'd be a perception check. But I think you could get. I think you don't need to burn an action for that. Typically, a perception check like that, you're studying, but you're trying to get a quick study of what's happening.
Is
So
that
I
would that
think
be
that's fine.
either like a because it's one of my because I have beast as favorite enemy. Is that a int check?
Ooh, that's interesting. Cool. I say, fuck it. Let's give you advantage on it then.
All right, let's do it. All right, survival. Oh, second one. There we go. 20.
20. So, you've encountered a snake or two in your time, and the idea behind its moves currently is to continue to digest Core and crush him as at the same time. That is clear. As you see Core struggle underneath the water.
All right, it's gonna yell. It's gonna try and like crush him. So just aim for the head. See if you can get it, dissuade it from taking him down. All right, and then she's going to release, take her longbow and take a shot at it.
Please.
Oof, no, 7.
7, not gonna do it. Water.
Yep.
Spray, like a depth charge. So, action. I'm assuming nothing else.
Yeah, that's it.
All righty then. Next up, top of the round, Tamarisk.
All right. So in game terms, like in flavor terms, this is what I am going to do, and you kind of tell me the series of rolls that I'm going to need to make. Okay, so I would like to run in such a way that I could.
Question, hold up, before we move on, because I didn't get a turn. Do I get a
Oh, did I
skip
skip
to?
you?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm grappled
I
and
did.
restrained, but do I get a
did.
save?
You
Do I get to try to
you
break
do,
out of this?
You do. Yeah.
Before
While
this
you're
thing
thinking
drags
about
you
that,
underneath.
you're right. I'm so sorry because I totally did not write your name down here. There we go. Yeah, you definitely do. If that's what you want to do, definitely. But
I mean, I don't really have anything else I can do.
I mean, you can attack it. It just be a disadvantage because you're restrained. So you can still do that if you wanted to.
I'm just trying to get away. Fuck this
All
guy.
right. Okay, cool. What'd you roll?
20.
Yeah. So Tamarisk, it's actually perfect. So Tamarisk, as you're just like putting together the strategic aspect of what to do next, there is a as core Hulk powers out, and the snake, almost like fearing its now mortal self being stretched and lets go as core pops out. And so that's your action. You still can move though.
Then I'd have to take opportunity attack. So I'm chill. I'm a
Chill.
chill.
All right, chill. All right, Tamarisk, back to you. Sorry about that, Dimples. My bad.
Okay, so I think I will call out, Core, are you injured?
Make a perception check, Core. 'Cause
Oh,
you are
I'm-
underneath the water.
I'm definitely injured.
2 snakes.
Yeah.
Let's see. 13.
13. Yeah, even from underneath the water, you can still hear it's fading, but you can hear Tamarisk call out to you.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Do you do anything? I mean,
I just kind of wave.
yeah. All right.
You just see flailing.
So I am gonna run along the shore in a way that makes the radius of like this attack here as short as possible.
Sure.
So I did 10 feet of land movement, and now I'm gonna do 10 feet of swim movement,
Okay.
and then
Which would be half. So enough, you have plenty of movement. I'm just giving you the context here.
yeah, definitely. And then I essentially just want to take out my rapier and my dagger and use my 2-weapon fighting to just fucking slice and dice.
Please, dude, go
nice.
for it, man.
Okay. Now, so I can use my regular action for the rapier and my bonus action for the dagger.
That's correct.
All right, so here we go with the regular action. That's only a 10.
10 misses.
Yeah, of course it does.
So it just rises out of the way, and you, like, almost like you're skipping a rock as your rapier enters, and
And then
bonus action?
does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Okay, cool. So
You
I think,
follow up with your dagger. Go for it.
yeah, I think I've got it in my left hand, and I just bring it right down on top of it, and I use it almost as a purchase, and I want to hold it in there and just sort of wrap my legs around and hold on as this is like my like if you're rock climbing, this is like my thing that I have in there, you know?
There's some moving, swimming snake. Great, totally.
Right.
Man. Superman.
So I'm gonna do damage.
Yeah, it should be a straight D4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, +4, so that's 8 total damage.
Well, it's if that was your act, it's with 2-weapon fighting, you don't get that second modified damage.
No.
So it's a straight roll.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
There's a feat that you get, I believe, Dual Wielder,
That
that
allows
helps
you
you
to do
with
that,
that.
That's reasonable. Okay.
But it looks really cool.
And so it's just 4, and I am also
So you rolled a 4 on the force? That's not bad.
yeah. So I'm also going to do sneak attack damage because I've got 2 people on the side. Because that's how rogues work.
All
All right, roll it up, homie.
Just D6, right?
Yeah, it's only D6, which I also rolled max damage on.
Hey, there
Nice.
you go.
So 10 total on the turn.
Not too shabby. So yeah,
Nice.
150% Yeah, because it's a finesse weapon, so not a big deal. So do.
And just
you
for your
mentioned-
knowledge, I am holding on. So wherever this thing goes, I'm going with it.
I totally
Oh.
And so as you begin to stab it, stab at it, and you wrap your legs around it, and you hear from like even like you're not fully submerged, but the waves are kind of at your chest, and you hear from the street boat, "Are you mad?" Anything else?
I moved, bonus action, attack. That's all I got.
All right, Sayosha.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to come down and use then again. You know what? I'm just gonna go with chill touch.
Chill touch.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
that is a
yeah.
17 to hit.
Jesus, yeah, and yeah, not that you needed it, but yeah, that'll hit.
Hell yeah.
So, is it a ghostly skeletal crow hand, or is it something different?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a yeah, it's a skeletal crow wing.
Okay, perfect. As you all see this,
Does all of 1 damage.
hey, it's the numbers game, baby, and you all see this. Saoirse waves a wing, and this bluish energy just appears in the form of this spectral hand, and just like master hand from and just reaches out and just tries to attempt to crush this this thing, and one necrotic damage indeed. Okay, cool. That's your action. Are you staying where you are?
Yeah.
All right. It's the snake's turn, who's
Cool.
not enjoying, who
Oh.
recognizes that metal isn't a great meal, but a hair probably would be.
Oh, cool.
So, fortunately for you, with a natural 3, that's a 9 to hit. So it's still writhing against your dagger and just trying to shake itself free of your grip as you are now a bucking bronco, and your head kind of hits the wave and back around as it trying to get away from you, but unable to strike out at you with its mouth, missing.
Now who's restrained, bitch?
Okay, snake turn over. So that brings us to the shrews.
Bruce.
Close your eyes if it helps. Try not to hit you. 2. Ooh.
Certainly hope so.
Ooh. Yeah, all of them hit.
Okay.
So
Nice.
here's how this is going to work, because it might be 12, 15, 17.
But
So, as all 4 of these arrows strike true, as it begins to unlatch. Yes. Were you counting my sounds, Bill? I respect that. And it begins to slacken. And for you all of you see as it does. I want the entire group to celebrate this victory. How do you want to do this? From where you are, as it begins to slacken, describe to me how you accomplish this. Because I'm not going to allow the shrews to take it away from you. That's not how that's going to work.
So proud of
Saoirse
them.
will come down from where she's at and use her sickle and cut off the head.
Okay.
I think Core, the only damage he does to it is kicking off of it as he backpedals away from this thing as
Sure.
arrows go flying into it.
100%. Nor.
This is happening. Nor like kind of pushes her way through the snake, like not even paying attention snake to get to Core because she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Because Core's just going ow, ow, ow,
Yeah.
ow, ow, ow,
So
ow,
she's
ow,
like,
ow, ow, ow.
she just sees her brother and just forgets about the snake and just
Okay.
like punches through him.
As you're doing that, Nor and Core, a vision flashes in both of your minds at the same time. You've been here before. Many, 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 many seasons back. The net that was in your hands seems to just get larger. But that's because your form is shrinking. Because you're a child. And there isn't an audible sound that comes out of your father's mouth, but there's an air, even though he's in the middle, kind of standing on a rock, and you see him as he describes how to fish, and you both begin to catch, and high fives, around hugs, and there's this air of warmth and satisfaction that you have also achieved, Eulalia, because Eulalia means victory. And you flash back as this snake is torn asunder by all of your allies. Alice, what about you?
I think Alice is just like taking like these like precise shots every time like it tries to like, you know, it does the little like rear up to get ready to strike, and she just like uses that time to kind of hit it and just make sure it doesn't like chomp down on any of like her friends that are near it.
And that's about the time where Seisha completes the kill, and there is this air of, for a minute, silence as the panic was rising. And then from the boat, yeah, all right. Got it done. Well done. Well played.
Not dead. Just hurt.
Well,
Be fine.
well, we're all good. That's a hell of a catch.
And the sea school of trout just kind of pushes by, kind of not trying to get into the crimson, and just kind of pausing, ready for what's to come next. And your fishing is complete. Welcome to level 2, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Woo!
I got spells now. I got
You also got 7
spells
points
now.
of healing from what I tapped.
Oh yeah,
you do.
which is half of my health. Like one more of those would have did me in.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
no.
really afraid because I
Oh,
vaguely
no.
remembered your health points, and I was scared.
Oh yeah.
I momentarily forgot we were level 1 and we
Yeah.
had to make
Yeah.
health points. Ooh.
So,
Seven would have put someone else very, very close to kicking the bucket.
yep. The D6s are no joke. Well,
No.
that is where we close that chapter for now, but many, many more to come. So, once again, thank you so very much for being here. We really appreciate it. Back here next week for episode 3, and what is likely to be a big ass Redwall feast. So, you definitely should come back and check it
Maybe.
out, because I've got plans.
Nom nom.
So, but
Loose oatmeal for everyone.
a couple things.
Sprinkle it.
First of all,
Oatmeal Bay.
Oatmeal Bay, ridiculous. So first of all, 42%. You're ridiculous. Thank you so much. So we're 8% away from a Morgan Peter Brown appearance. So really, really fucking close. I literally just DM'd it. And I was like 8% away. We literally talked an hour and a half ago to freaking confirm this. All right. So we'll see how it goes. But before we get out of here, and I've got I want to talk a little bit about the charity stream that's happening this weekend that me and Spinny are involved in. But before that, we got to go back around and let these people it's amazing, ridiculous cast tell you what they're up to between now and whatever. So we'll start with the man that likes to get attacked, Dimples. What's up, dude?
Hey everybody, once again, I'm Prince, aka Dimples and Dice around the interwebs. You can find me here, 8 p.m. Tuesday nights. And hopefully not getting Cord killed, because Cord needs to stick around. There's a good character arc here that you need to see through. Tomorrow night, you can catch me over at Rolling D's 20s for Cyberpunk Red Trauma Team Chronicles, where I play a rocker boy who has sold out to the corpos against his own will, but doing it for the betterment of his friends to show that he's not a selfish asshole, and then quit the trauma team. So who knows where that's going to take my character. And then you can find me over on Saturdays at Philly by Night. That's also over on Rolling These 20s. I'm a storyteller over there. My characters have experienced the multiverse. It has been a very interesting time. They've done time traveling. So if you haven't seen time traveling, multiverse, multiple different versions of yourself, basically characterception, this is the game for you. There's more stuff on the horizon. Check my Twitter. I'm going to be on Fateforge Academy coming soon. 27th, actually. I don't remember the time.
Yeah. All right. April.
Hi everyone, I'm April. You can find me everywhere as April Reagan. I played Nora, your little clerical otter tonight. This Saturday.
It's gonna get me every time. I'm sorry.
Clerical otter. This Saturday, I'm actually doing a special charity game over at TTRPG Gifts with Obo Lauren, D&D Jordan Lee, who was just in the chat, same with TTRPG Gifts, Robo Goblin, Destin from D4, and Fey Trouble. So definitely come check that out this Saturday at TTRPG Gifts. On Sundays, you could find me on Friends Who Roll Dice for Soul's Confidant and Invisible Suns campaign, and I got some other things coming up. Just check the Twitter and get excited because Strixhaven's coming out soon from Gehenna, so you'll also be able to find Prince on there.
Yeah, unless I make it 20 episodes and keep them.
Can't get enough of me.
I mean, we could do that. Just whoever else, any of the Chthonic kids in chat.
Yeah,
we're totally gonna come back to you soon.
Yeah. I just wanted I wasn't really worried about making y'all panic. I wanted them to panic.
No, there were a couple in the chat, so
I know, that's why I said it. Crystal, what's up? What you up to?
Oh man, hello people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. Right now I am just here Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. and we are working on getting the inspectors back up. We're probably going to have a couple new cast members when we come back, so stay tuned for that.
Hell yeah. Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn. Brimlin Art on pretty much every place else. Catch my art on Twitter, and tomorrow you can catch me on Follow Black Cats for our Hex Crawl spy game, where we are on vacation. We're actually on vacation, but we're gonna have some nice time in the Cayman Islands on vacation. Should be pretty fun.
Yeah. Oh, and since I forgot to talk about it because I was going to tease it at the top, season 3 of the Blazing the Dark game that Lynn and I, Lynn and I are in. That's why we actually met, which is when I was like, and had, I will tell you, my favorite one-on-one RP moment ever. Gonna be hard to top, but I think we might. We'll see how it goes. Coming to the amphitheater probably sometime in the spring. So stay tuned for more info on that. It's gonna be a good time. Bill.
I was just reading the chat. Battle accountant that's so perfect.
Yeah. That tracks.
So if you liked the fart joke that I had at the very beginning, or didn't like the fart joke that I had at the beginning and wanted to yell at me about how bad it was, you belong on AMGMs.
Great fucking pitch.
where I have a foil that essentially just sets me up for jokes, and then I make those jokes, and then he yells at me for making them badly. It is an absolute joy to do this every single Friday morning at 7 in the morning Eastern. Right here on the Amphitheater channel. It is a morning zoo type show that I do with PB Smitty, my accomplice over there. So meet me over there, and then if not, just come and hang out with us every Tuesday night.
Indeed. Well said. So, and then there's me, Jacob Plick, Too Lucky Jacob on the interwebs. Cannot believe that this is a real thing that we get to do every week. Honored and amazed. Literally every time. So I'll keep flying through the week. Again, second week in a row. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/the Amphitheater. Back to Duval's gaming journey. We'll talk a little bit about tonight. We've got some Golden Sun to finish. We're really, really close. And then we'll talk about what is next, what game we're going to tackle after that. Thursday, twitch.tv/Waffles Maple Syrup. Outcast and Outclass, our Pathfinder 2E, what's the name of the Strength of a Thousand's actual play, where I play a really sad fox boy right now. It's really incredible. So you should come check that out because school is hard, especially when a weird Myconoid tries to kill all your friends. So that's strange. So you should definitely come check that out. And then this coming weekend, Stingapalooza 2. And damn, Bill, you're the worst. Anywho, so gonna be running a game on the afternoon of Saturday. That Smitty's actually going to be in a level 15 heist because I'm ridiculous. I've run it before, so we'll see how it plays out. As well as some chats and stuff. It's going to be a ridiculous weekend, all for our one of our favorite people on the planet, Stinky, who's going through some shit. Fun fact, I think I mentioned this before, but Stingapalooza 1, which was a year and a half ago, was the first game I ever played on stream. And that's how I met Jordan, and became friends with Jordan, and that's how, in a weird, ridiculous way, we're all here. So, ridiculous. So, can't wait to do that. So yeah, level 2 when we get back next week. Can't wait to see all the new shit that's going to happen. It's going to be a good time. So, last thing I'll mention before we get out of here, before we raid, I believe we're going to raid Persephoros, Phil, is that right? One thing that I forgot in the hype of last week is I like to end my streams by saying and reminding you of a few things. That Black Lives Matter, to stop Asian hate, that trans rights are human rights, and that is non-negotiable. And to be very frank, if you're not about that, probably in the wrong spot. So, just putting it out there. And also, you're never alone, and we got you, dude. This is what we're here for, to hang out and have a good ass time. So thank you so much. Let's get that raid on, Billiam. Thank you, sir. We'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Good night,
Have a
everybody.
good night. Peace. And yell do balls and stuff if you want to. I didn't catch it. That's okay.